What is up? It's a Toy Kind of Mood episode 181. Half of us are back from San Diego here, so stay classy back there. But now the rest of us are at home. So it's going to be awesome. We're going to have different perspectives on Comic-Con. And this is our best and worst show. It might be one of our quicker shows because people are tired. People have to see Deadpool and Wolverine. No spoilers. Remember that. No spoilers in the chat on anything movie wise, but we're going to have a lot of spoilers as far as what we saw at the con. And I can't wait to talk to these boys about it. Travis Moody, your host, other host, and now the host of his own show. Bobby, you want to talk about that? How are you, dude?
You know what? So yeah, I was gonna save this for the ending, but yeah, this is gonna be like I'm taking a hiatus from hosting Talking in the Mood for the foreseeable future. Gonna get some things right with my head. And I kind of find the joy in what we do. Travis has been killing Talking in the Mood, and so last Friday we did the first episode of GHG, which, by the way, Travis, GHG has been around for what, 12 years?
A long time.
A long time.
So when the Avengers came out, so yes, 12 years. 12 years because that was 2012.
That was I realized
that was before 2000. Wait, when was that? Avengers 2002. Right. 2012, and now it's 2024. Yes, 12 years. Yes, 12 years. Yes.
So when the wife, was putting together the opening, I was like, oh, this is the first time that we've ever had an opening for GHG, and it's really dope. And I know, I was like, oh shit. And it was a really fun time. Spec joined me with Steven, our friend K Wish, and we literally just bullshitted for like an hour and a half, and it was just mind-numbingly great. It was just we just bullshitted. Tuesday we're gonna do episode 2 with Black Genghis. Jason the X should be on. I gotta double check with him, buddy.
Here we go. He says I effing hate, because I don't know if we can swear yet. I effing hate I didn't meet Black Genghis, KJ.
Yeah, man, I was all over the place, all over San Diego, man. So, but shout out to Doomdays, shout out to Fobster, shout out to Pock Photos, shout out to everybody I was able to run into. Shout out to Mark Von Cannon and Sandy. Love Sandy, she's so great.
Right here. You got a new shirt. I got the shoulder patch.
I got the shirt. I should have put the shirt on. I'm repping Gotham.
Oh, nice.
Nice. So shout out to everybody that was at San Diego Comic-Con, and I missed y'all. Next time, baby, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
And Jason, I'll see you Tuesday, where we're gonna kick it with growth human gormone. Never mind that. I messed that up.
That could work. Cool. But no, GHG Tuesday. We're gonna be covering the pop culture side of San Diego. Hall H gave us so much, and good, bad, ugly, polarizing. It's gonna be insane.
Awesome. And look who's in the chat, Mr. Mark Von Cannon himself. It doesn't even say gridiron. He's just like, no, it's me. It's me. It's GDP. It's Mark Von Cannon. Thank you again for the shirt. I wish I did text you. I don't know if you were only there for the day or whatever. I was hoping to see you again. It was very hectic in that Hasbro booth, as everyone knows. But KJ, we'll go to you because you were at Comic-Con, but just say hello to the chat and then we'll get to our other guy.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that's representing in the chat. Thank you for spending time with us this Sunday evening. Thanks for watching the interviews. Travis, that Jada Toys interview was great. I was planning on being your Starsky to your Hutch, but I had to hit up Hall H, man. Hall H was fucking crazy, bro. Yeah, man. Just people are watching the video, the interviews. They're enjoying it. I'm telling y'all, man, these dudes are the best. These dudes, they're the best. There's a reason I fuck with these dudes, man. It's like the algorithm may not show it, but I know it. So thank you for watching that, and watch everything that came out. Toy Kind of Mood, Geeks Have Games, San Diego Comic-Con. You're gonna love it. You're on the shitter. Cue that up and watch it. It makes it happen smoother. It's great.
Yeah. And what was cool was I spent a lot of time with our mutual friend Bobby, Derek Vajon, as well as K Wish. So it was good to hang out with them. And Spec, you did a show with both K-Wish and Bobby, GHG, the inaugural show. We're not going to talk about Motu or McFarlane because I want you to watch Geeks Have Game when you have time. They did a full deep dive on everything at Comic-Con for those two brands. We don't need to replay it here. We're an extended family. If you know it's covered on Genghis, we can touch on it, but I want it to be on Genghis. Same thing with Tony and Baldy and all that. It's an extension of family of what we got. But Spec, how you doing, my friend? And how the hell do you have Once a Man in your possession? Let's just get it out of the way.
Wow. Ooh, this guy?
You didn't even go to San Diego.
I'm the magic man. I make shit happen.
You are the magic man.
No, KJ got me one so kindly, and it just so happened another friend of mine was down there and went in and was like, dude, there was no lottery, there was no line. He's like, so I grabbed you one. So it's like amazing.
K-Wish got you one.
K-Wish, sorry.
Yeah.
Not KJ. KJ didn't do shit for me.
Oh,
No, I
they're both
it sound like me. That's why
I'm kidding.
They're
So I have another buddy who I know is like anxious about not being able to get one, and we help each other collect. So when I get the one from K-Wish, I will pass that along to him.
Nice.
Forgot to plug in my laptop.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
that
like
was in mine too.
About to die. It's like it's about to die. That's not good. We're on there. That's what kind of day it is.
So tired.
Yeah, we're exhausted. Yeah. All right. What else we got? David Warren Hernandez. Got to see him. Got to see him
I
at
missed
Joe
him
Fest.
too.
Got to see him here.
DWH, man. Sorry, man.
Good. Yeah, we missed some folks, but I did get to see David. Shout out to, like you mentioned, Doom Days, Rick Lopez. I didn't get to do a whole lot because it was work, but it was work hard, but play harder. At the very end of the night, if you were in the bar, I saw you, and if you weren't, I probably didn't see you at the convention unless I had an interview with you. It was just wild, or you were in a panel, just crazy this year. All right, let's say hi to some folks. We got One Pouch Man. Thanks for being first today. You win the no prize. Shout out to What's on Joe Mind on the no prize. Let's effing go. Rich in the house. Classified 77. Vancouver's in the his house. Canuck Nation. Eric Thompson. Let's do it. Cool. All right. Awesome. Good crowd today. What else we got? Hope everyone's good. We are good. We're just exhausted. But thanks for joining us on this impromptu stream. We were all home in time to do it, so we figured we'll do it. Justin, hi. You said, I'm glad Travis asked June from Jada about the Mortal Kombat intellectual property. Yeah, so we'll talk about that. We're gonna cover a few brands today, and we're definitely talking Jada Toys. So if you want to know about Jada and what we thought about the interview and all that stuff, we're gonna talk about it. But KJ, being having a new channel, having a new live stream, I mean, a Toy Kind of Mood feels somewhat like 2.0 or 3.0, right? How did you feel like with Comic-Con and networking and growing the Genghis brand there at Comic-Con, and like just talk about that, like just the process as a YouTuber being at San Diego?
Oh, also, I blinked. I totally did see David Warren at Hasbro. My bad, dude. Yeah. My bad. It was so good to see you.
I'm gonna make the same mistakes tonight. Trust me. I'm a zombie right now.
I'm so tired. Yeah, man. DWH. It was good, really good seeing you in the flesh. Yeah, it was a world of difference from 2 years ago, from just scrambling, barely making it to Comic-Con by the skin of my teeth, to having established myself further as Black Genghis, and the work that we've done with Toy Kind of Mood. It shows in the quality of the interviews that we're used to it. I dare a motherfucker to crop us out of that Hasbro interview. Like basically, people know who we are. They know what we're about. They know that we appreciate the skill and the craft and the imagination and the creativity that goes behind this, that the community's behind us, we're part of the community. Like we're right in it. So, and just getting that recognition meant a lot. Seeing friends of mine, I watched them on the streams, and just seeing them doing the same thing I'm doing, just trying to hunt down these exclusives and whatnot. It was good, and it felt good. It definitely felt like leveling up. The energy was different compared to 2022. It definitely was.
Yeah. And just to piggyback off that, I learned a lot of lessons as a YouTuber, because it's one thing to stream every week with your friends, but then to become a content creator, it puts you at a new plateau. And I got to be around people like this. Shout out to Trey. You're one of the good guys in this business, man. You have almost 400,000 subscribers, and people meet you, they'll probably think you have 4. You are the most humble guy, just most chill dude. Shout out to you, man. You're awesome.
That dude was awesome. He did a great job shooting us, and it just goes to show, honestly, the sub count doesn't matter. I tell everybody I meet under the sun, like, don't even worry about chasing the sub. That stuff will come, and the people recognizing us, it came with time, and there's more to follow. But that's not really it. Like, it's really just about the level of people you meet, like My Damn Toys, like Toyomic Displays, like Sabir Del Norte in the chat. Shout out to Todd C and everyone else. That's really what it's about. It's great to have those numbers, but without the quality of the people in the community that we know and love and been rocking with day in, day out, week in, months now, it's just a number. Like, so shout out to My Damn Toys. Big ups to you for not letting that get to your head. You're a good dude. You're a smooth dude. You helped us out big time in one of our biggest videos out of Comic-Con. So thank you.
He saw that I was frustrated with right there. I got there so late. I missed preview night. I got in at like almost midnight, right? So, and then the next morning I wake up and there's pictures of Starduster and these other figures, and I'm just like, and it was the Hasbro breakfast, and I'm like, okay, and I went and I made a stupid rant on Facebook. It's gone. Some people made fun of me about it. That's cool. I deserved it. Good for you. I was at Comic-Con. That's all I'm gonna say. So, but with that said, I learned lessons, man. You know what I mean? Like, and Trey taught me one. It was just put your nose down and work. And I think we did that. I think we did that. Like, just hustled. We were prepared. We learned our lesson from Joe Fest. That audio was excellent, KJ, and that's because of you. You suggested that, Mike. I mean, Spec was helping. You guys were both
Spec, like Spec.
Shout out to Spec. Yeah. But yeah, you guys were like on it with the audio. We didn't think we were gonna do anything there but network, and we pulled out 4 videos, and one's on its way to 1,000, and the others are like insane right now, like 4, 5, 7K, like numbers we usually don't get. So
and also, I gotta give a special shout out to you, Travis. You were busting your ass this whole weekend, man. And it's like, yeah, I went to Hall H. Hall H kicked my fucking ass, but you went all over the place, and it shows. When you put in the work, you're gonna reap the benefits of that. You'll see it. Like, people trust you, dude. Like, not just us because we're morons, because you know what you're talking about. No, you're the real deal. So congrats to you, dude. A cup of cheer to you, for real.
That's what's up. Yeah, a little. This is my third coffee of the day, but no, seriously, I appreciate that. And I still made my way into Hall H. I actually edited the June interview during a panel, and then the next up was Penguin. I was like, this is perfect timing. Penguin and Marvel. So, but yeah, let's talk about toys. That's what we're here for. I do want to give a quick shout out to my guys, Mike and Kevin over there, Headlocked and Mass Republic. I roomed with them last year at the Hard Rock, and I didn't even get to see them. I went by the booth, and Sarge was there, but I had already met Sarge at Joe Fest, and he was signing a lot of fans' autographs, but I didn't get to see them there. And shout out to Rick Lopez. I didn't even get to go to the Star Wars panel, but we'll talk about Star Wars a little later. First, we will keep it controversial, though. This is Comic-Con is a preview of what we're doing, best of and worst of. We have some worst, especially Bobby. He's got a whole list of worst of, right, Bobby?
Yeah,
I'm messing with you there. Right there. But right away, who here in the chat was at Comic-Con? And all right, Jason, I know you did, but who succeeded getting either one of these two? Probably the 2 hardest figures to get at Comic-Con, arguably. I mean, KJ, did you grab any of these, or do you know the inside scoop?
Oh no, man! I know not to mess with Mezco at this point in time, man. I went ahead and prepaid for that Commando, and when I prepay at this point, I just pay for the figure. I don't do the prepay. I don't do the paying for it anymore. I have to budget, and I have to budget ahead of time, so I just buy it, right? So that Commando Snake Eyes I got coming in, that Casey Jones. I gave up on the Turtles. I gave up on Rangers. Like, Mezco makes it hard as hell. It spent me a week to get all my reward points from Mezco for all the shit I bought months previous. Like, and I put that towards the Snake Eyes. It's cool, man. The figures, they look amazing. They're unstoppable. But if you're willing to wait till 2026, you know, or any number of things that can go wrong with this stuff, it's just not worth the headache, man. It's like, and I was crazy about Mezco, but yeah.
Yep. Yeah, my initial reaction to this, and remember, I'm coming off not getting the Hasbro breakfast and then going to the Mezco booth, and there's a line all the way down. Oh no, actually, when I went to the Mezco booth, it was an hour after they opened, and they said we're done for the day. It was like 10 or 10:30 in the morning, and they were done for the day. They had more, but they were like not selling anymore that day. And I'm like, so that's what they're gonna go. And I don't know, like, how you feel. I'll go to you, Spec, on this. You've dealt with some Mezco stuff before. Like, how do you feel about this whole like hype beast method of selling toys? Like, seems to be like a New York style. They're based out of New York. It reminds me of like brands like Jordan, Supreme, where like everything is, it's like I need it now because I it's hard to get. It's exclusive and all that. Like talk to me about Mezco and that whole deal.
I don't care for their style and how they do things. I mean, I do buy their products. I was able to get the order in for KCN Snake Eyes
Lucky.
prior to Comic-Con. It's when you're not working and you can get right on at 10. But they're exclusivity, and they run with that game, right? And you were saying it earlier when we were talking, is like they love that. They like eat into that, like we're only gonna make 1,000 of these available, and once they're gone, and everybody's gonna fight for it, and people are gonna try and sell it for $500 on eBay, and other people are gonna pay for it. And Mezco sees that stuff happening, and there isn't a whole lot that they do about it. Sometimes they do re-releases. They have their wait list, and I've seen people sit there and say, oh my God, I had this item on wait list for 2 years and I just got a shipping notice, like, and you just get hit with it because of how Mezco's thing is set up, like that you're agreeing to do it. Whether, there's no cancel option unless you go in ahead of time and cancel it. But you don't know that it's ever going to convert. Right. So yeah, you can never get anybody on the phone. There's nobody to talk to. Apparently.
Oh, dude, they're PR in person. They have D Amazing in house. He's a part of Mezco, and he does a review. Like, they're not even reviews, but like he opens the toys early and articulates them and takes nice photos and everything like that. But it's like they don't care about the media PR. They don't care, like, which is kind of cool because they're not like, in a way, they're not biased because, say, you're Pixel Dan or the Foosh, they're not biased towards you at all. Like, they have their own guy, but at the same rate, like, you're trying to get the name out to your audience about their products, and they're like, we don't care, we don't need you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's very snobby, and like, I don't know. I just, and then when I went around the line, I was asking people, I was like, hey, I'm just wondering if you're buying a Casey Jones, or you just buying Snake Eyes? And everybody was buying everything, because I looked at the line, I'm like, I don't want to judge, but y'all a bunch of scalpers. Like, a lot of you knew it wasn't like, didn't come off as Joe and Turtle fans wanting these toys lining up at the Mezco booth. Bobby,
Look, how do I say this? How do I say this without sounding like a negative asshole? I can't. I'm not a huge fan of Mezco. The fact that they were like, that people were waiting for this like that, I don't get it. I think this is the one time where actually to be like a negative a-hole is with Mezco. And I think that hearing Spec, KJ, and you, Moody, all speak on it, I think it's one of those things where they really need to listen to the fan base. And yes, people are ordering from them. Yes, they are buying from them. But just because fans are buying doesn't mean that they're necessarily happy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like Super 7 or Hasbro. Let's put that. When we talk to Lenny, when we talk to Dan, like they're listening to the buyers. At least they are, right? Like the upper echelon don't care. Mezco is
same with shout out to Steve Ozer at Mattel. They ruined a solo Sokoa figure, and they came out with one like a month later. They were like, let's just do another one. Like that's like obviously Mezco's just kind of doing their own thing.
they're doing their own thing, but they're small enough to where they should be listening to the fans.
100%.
And on the same
100%.
and on the same note, like, yeah, I get it. You go and it's Scalper City. We all know that. But Hasbro fixed that. There has to be some way to fix it with Mezco. But I mean, it's just Mezco is like Jason's comment. Mezco is snobby.
Yeah.
I mean,
So it's perceived value.
Yeah.
It's perceived value. Them being that hard to get is what elevates them to that price. But when it's all comes down to it, it's still a base buck figure. Yeah, it's soft goods, but they're not the only motherfuckers with soft goods, right? You don't see Cosmic Legions or Four Horsemen charging $100 a figure, and I'll put that shit right up with Mezco. Part of it is you're getting a suite, you're getting figure stands and hands and accessories and whatnot, but they're not the only ones doing it. So this hard to get itness is part of what inflates the price. They like that shit. That's what they want.
And that's the one thing. Like, and I'll say this with with my Mofex. Like, I'm pretty much done getting the Mofex ones. I got the ones I need. I just need that Wolverine still. But like, they know their price point, and it's pretty much the same. Like, I have no problem at all with the figures I've gotten. Like, I saw that Spider-Man Mezco at my comic book shop. I'm like, oh, cool. Can I see it? And they're like, yeah. And like, they open it up, like, took all the paper off. Like, yeah, here, play with it. And I'm like, people spend $90 on this shit? Like, really? And they're like,
when
yeah,
I get Mofex,
okay.
I'm able to get Mofex on sale from Big Bad Toy Store from Amazon. I'm able to get like SH Figure Arts. I can get a deal. I've gotten some of my favorite SHF figures only cost me like $50 with hands, stands, effects, all that shit. 50 fucking bucks. So, Mezco's playing games and they need to stick to selling toys instead.
Yeah. It's crazy that
your eyes open, you can find some Mezcos for sale. Like, I think Destro, he runs somewhere between 50 and 60 on Amazon. I got the recovery suit Superman for like 77. That Justice League pops up on there every now and then for like 150 to 170, and that was
like half off. Yeah.
You can find the Fantastic Four set on there, usually on sale. It's their exclusive stuff. It's their Rumble Society. It's their, the biggest thing was I tried to get that red-eyed Gomez. Everybody wanted that, the Dark Jedi Gomez figure. That thing was gone in 10 minutes, and there was no limit. They didn't put a limit on how many anyone could buy, and then those things were flipping for $400 or $500 each.
Yeah, wild. All right, guys. So one more thing. FOMO is a hell of a thing. That's exactly it, Ken Best. Hey, thanks for joining us. And My Damn Toys says terrible scale, fragile parts, limited posing in my experience. And that's coming from a pro who reviews toys every day. So
hey, let me share real quick. You see this shit? There's not a fucking action figure on this planet that's worth that kind of money.
No, nobody's gonna buy it. That thing's gonna sit there.
Okay. Well, we'll just leave it at that then.
Stop showing Fabio's listings on eBay. shout out to Fabster. I feel bad. We were at this party with a bunch of toy people. And I swear I tried to buy him a tequila and soda like 9 times. And every time I was like, what do you want? What do you want? And I'm going to the bar. I run into someone and it's like, I'm not the only one doing that, but it's like crazy. Just like, and then I kept saying, oh, what do you want? And then he has one. And then I'm like, all right, when you're done. It's like, so shout out to Fabio. I owe you one. And I hope I see you Saturday, buddy.
All right. I need 10 seconds. I have to show this out. So these are the actual sales for Red Eye Night.
The floor is yours. Yeah.
So you tell me, You tell me if it's worth it.
No.
Unless you're gonna flip this for 600 or 700. Now we're talking stocks at this point. That's what we're talking.
Nope. You got the people that like Ken said, the FOMO. They gotta have it. There's no way. I missed it. I didn't get it. I put myself on the wait list. If the wait list happens to convert in 2, 3, 4 years and it magically shows up, cool.
Right.
No way in hell I'm paying any more than retail for anything Mezco.
But the reason people do is because of the shit that Mezco does. You get what I'm saying? They created that culture.
No, we all get it.
Rare action figure bullshit that no one can get. This unattainability that makes it sexy and makes people spend $300, $400 on this shit. Yep. You see what I'm saying? To me, that goes against the spirit of play to begin with.
I do want to point out real quick, and it may pop up, may not. They did do one of the reveals. They revealed the Christian Bale Batman for Mezco today.
Oh, we're going into that.
I don't, but I have a point for that. If you guys, because you guys have sat there and said, I'm not into Mezco, I don't buy Mezco, it's not worth. Look up InArt. InArt is coming out with their own Bale, third-party Bale Batman. So Mezco has alternatives if you don't want to deal with their bullshit or their prices. For soft goods, high-end figures. That's it.
Right here. Toyomic is correct about every line of the problem. Okay, so Spec said it. We'll just get right to what you just talked about. Segue. There we go. Okay, the Dark Knight. KJ, I got you here. It was the sixth reveal, the final reveal of Mezco Con. I guess the word Mezcon is like copywritten. Why wouldn't you just have Mezcon? Why is it Mezco Con?
Alliteration. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, talk about the Dark Knight.
All right, man. I love Batman. I'm repping Batman right now on my shirt. That's okay. I was waiting on Mezco to make a Dark Knight shirt. A Dark Knight figure for years. And in waiting for it, I got the Mafex Dark Knight. It's a perfect figure. I got version 3.0. I got the SHF Dark Knight and then SHF Batman 89. Well, because I was waiting on the Mezco 89. So this figure is 15 years too late. I don't give a damn. I already have 2 Christian Bale figures, and they're already fantastic. If people want to wait till 2027 to get this one, that's fine by me. But I'm already got my Batman.
Cool. Bobby, Deadpool. It's Deadpool and Wolverine season, and now we got him.
Yeah.
We got the official Deadpool and Wolverine Deadpool at Mezco. Now, we talk a lot of crap about their business practices, but I do think they make nice toys. How you feeling about this, Wade Wilson?
Look, it looks cool. I'm not going to shit on their parade, right? It looked good. It looks cool. Somewhere in my office, I have one of the new Deadpool figures from Hasbro, and honestly, I'll take the Hasbro $25 Deadpool over this. Like, I get that it's soft goods. I do. And it looks cool. However, for me, whenever I see it, like whenever we've covered it on the show, whenever we have discussed it, or I see like the pictures on like Instagram, like, oh, this looks great, this is cool, this looks awesome. And I see it in hand, I'm like, kind of looks cheap. Like, no offense to Mezco, I get it. Like, you're shrinking these soft goods. I get it. It looks
you know, like the pajama look.
Pictures. It looks better in the promo pictures.
It looks but Moody, you just said it. Pajamas. They look like pajamas. They don't look like suits. Like I got excited when I saw Cyclops like years ago. Like they had like the Astonishing X-Men Cyclops, and I saw it. I was like, oh, awesome! Get to the comic shop. I'm like, why does he? What is happening here? Like, I'm sure in the pictures, KJ, you're right. I'm sure in the pictures, like I know in the pictures, this looks awesome. This looks cool. I get it in hand. I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Like,
My Damn Toy says right here.
The scale and the fragility.
Go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
No. The fragility of it all. I'm holding him like, I'm gonna break this. Like, look, I've got Mafex, Cyclops. I know Boom. I have to reposition him. Boom. I'm playing. He's not going to break on me. It'd be really, really ironic if he broke on me.
That would be hilarious if it actually did break.
Will not break. Will not. It broke. But like I know my Moffics are gonna be like are gonna hold up. Like when I hold that freaking Mezco figure, I'm like it's like holding like a puppy or a newborn child. Like, I can't drop this. Give me something with this Psylocke has more substance than those Mezcos. I'm sorry, Mezco, but fucking hell, no.
I don't think that they're that fragile. I know people have had certain issues with certain
They're like fragile eggs, Spec. They're like eggs.
They're not eggs. I've had mine fall off the shelf and they're fine. Any toy, if it lands the wrong way, will snap something.
Yeah.
And I'm not. This is no way praising that Mezco is perfect by any means, or that they don't have quality issues, or that certain pieces on certain figures aren't fragile. But I don't think that you know it's not a kid glove type of action figure. You can handle them. You can pose them. You can do whatever. But I think that certain Mezcos look good. Certain Mezcos don't. And it's how the soft goods are pulled off, and some pull it off and some don't. And I think they've gotten a lot better about like getting smaller with the stitching. Some of it's how the suit fits the bucks, and some do it great, some don't do it nicely at all. But as far as the Deadpool goes, I'm with you in this one. I would rather have the Marvel re-release that I just got, because I don't think that Mezco, the Deadpool Mezco, looks that great with the cloth suit. And while Mezco does have a decent amount of articulation, for characters like Spider-Man, for Deadpool,
You need insane articulation, which Marvel Legends has now, actually, you know, with all the additions they made in the last year. Hey, I just want to move on here with this comment. Hey, just put a patch with it and we'll be A-okay. We got patch talk coming, so stay tuned. It's our main event.
So, yeah.
We got patches.
I've got to bring up that Spec said. It's true, no matter how sturdy the toy is, if it falls off a shelf, it can break. My Batman Beyond.
Oh.
That's because it's McFarlane.
No. This is DC Direct. This is like 10, 15 years old.
It's OG. That's OG.
This is my Ed McGuinness Batman Beyond, one of my favorites. Look, I'm gonna super glue it, but I'm glad I didn't, because it is true. Like it fell off my shelf and just boop. This one hurt.
Hey, look, we got a couple questions I want to address from the chat before you kind of run through a speed round of Mezco. Right here we have Sabir says, what is the difference with the pre-order Deadpool at Pulse and the version that came out in either May or June? So the one at May or June was a re-release, and they made slight deco changes with the color, and then this one is the one from Deadpool and Wolverine. It's the other one was from Deadpool 1 or 2? Two. Cool. Yeah, like a legacy collection, where this one is from this new movie that's in the theater.
Yeah, really bright red with the gold trim. And then the one that released, came out last few weeks or last month or so, that was up for pre-order earlier, was Deadpool 2 with the much darker red and the silver trim.
And that one, the Deadpool 2 Deadpool, was going up for a good chunk of change before the reissue. So
yeah, people are getting ready for the patches, but we got some other toys to talk about. Okay. Oh, actually, we have one more question, because while I mentioned McFarlane, someone asked me earlier, asked us, am I miss one? Hello, everybody. Any word on when McFarlane put the Platinum Edition Flash Batman and never went up for pre-order spec?
No idea.
No idea.
Cool. And look who's here, just in time for his choice for Mezco. Tony's Figs, if we can get here we go.
There we
Tony's
go.
Figs.
Just in motherfucking time.
We were just talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, and you come up here with a Deadpool shirt, and now just in time to talk about your choice
Right from the
Mezco,
movie,
Tony.
man. Right
How are
from
you?
AMC. Yep. Oh man,
How's
doing
it
good,
going?
man.
You
Doing
good?
good. Just taking care of this freaking back problem. It's feeling better though. Feeling better. Meds
I
are
told you to
on
move,
board.
man. I told you need to like do like your boy Kyrie and just recuperate until you can come back.
Oh my god. The biggest thing I found out now is, and I don't know, I wasn't against it, but just take a longer pillow, put it in the car or the ambulance. Oh my god, world of difference. It puts you like right up there, and I'm like, the Malibu has the like bucket seats, and you're just like, oh, it freaking hurts getting in and out of that damn thing. But well, no, we'll solve that with some more PT and stretching and all that crap. Anyway,
Yes.
Deadpool.
We'll feel better. I want to address this. Hold on. Yep, we have people saying hi, but I want to address this one. Another late night show. That's why there's no more Toy Kind of Mood at night, because every show is at night. I was actually going to go at 5 o'clock originally. Thank God I didn't do that for 2 reasons. I was a zombie all day until like 3 o'clock, and then I'm like, you know what? I should probably put the show together. We have to go live in like 4 hours, and then Diagnostic 80 went on like every day, and he at 5 o'clock, and I don't want that's the homie. I like to watch him, and we have a lot of the same audience. So good choice going late tonight. And for all those watching the replay, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We got a lot of new subscribers over the weekend. So if you're new to the channel, hey, welcome aboard, man. You're not gonna regret it. We have a fun group every week. We have different people revolving in and out. The only person not here in this Wu-Tang is Baldy Locks. He's taking the night off, but he may host Wednesday, or he'll at least be on the show. So look forward to Comic-Con talk with Baldy Locks and some of us on Wednesday. We'll continue what we don't finish tonight. It's impossible to cover all of Comic-Con in one night, and we're all ready for bed at this point. All right, let's get into Sin City. Tony, hit me.
Yes. Looking at that Sin City Marv. And is that the only media we have on it? Is just his profile?
Yes,
Well,
it's a
just
teaser.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I found. And I'm like, oh, that's all I saw. I'm like, I just looking at the sculpt work itself. It's like, oh, the rest of it should be badass. I love that movie.
Yeah, the movie's great, and we know it's much more collective, so it's going to be an articulated figure. It's not going to be a statuette. I think Mezco's done Sin City statuettes and whatnot before, so it'll be good to have this one.
My only fear with this one is that it's going to be on the bigger body that they did Bluto and their Rumble Society guy on. I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hope not.
And like, it's cool. I like the Bluto that I have, but it is more limited in articulation, like especially in like the forearm bicep area, because it's such a big, massive body. Now I could be wrong. They may do a different style buck for him. I'm very curious because it's a cool movie. And
hell yeah. You got more experience with the Mezco stuff than I do. It looked awesome to me. I'm like, shit, this could be really cool. So
yeah, I'm a big Frank Miller guy, so I'm looking forward to it. If I had a choice, I made sure I didn't have a choice, so that way we could just move along and hosting. But this would probably be my choice of MezCon. Would be Marv. Spec. I would say this isn't technically part of Mezco Con, but Beetlejuice seemed to get most of the waves from Comic-Con for Mezco, I think.
Yeah, as soon as somebody posted that, I was just like, when are we getting that? I have to have that. The head sculpt on it is phenomenal. And we all know Mezco, like, they kind of tweak things a little bit and don't make it exact. And I mean, you see Michael Keaton right there in the face.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Now there was
faces.
The trailer was awesome, dude. I just seen it.
Great trailer. I've always loved this movie. Now there was a sign in the case next to it saying pending licensor approval. And I know that's one of the reasons they bring it to the show is because they want, that people from Warner Brothers or wherever, they're walking around, they're paying attention to what people are reacting to on this.
No doubt, no doubt.
Part of that is to be able to get said approval. And I really hope they do, because that thing looks fantastic.
This is basically a third party like the import figures you get overseas, unless Mezco can get the license. But like that's the same thing they do overseas.
Well, but if Mezco doesn't get the license, then this thing will never see the light of day. Like that'll just be that. But
nailed it.
NECA has shown theirs, and you know, they look good for NECA. Whatever, NECA's usually like spot on with the likenesses, but this is something that works with the soft goods. Like this just looks fantastic.
Absolutely. 100%. This is where pajamas are okay, Bobby, right? So I think with Beetlejuice.
Fair.
All right, cool. We'll get to Bobby in a sec on his pick, but right away, this is our lightning round. So just quick bites of right now Marvel, and I'm gonna go to KJ and Tony, tag team this. We'll go KJ, you could start off and kick it with Tony and kind of talk about these just really quickly.
Yeah, the Silver Age Iron Man, Captain America look great. I skipped the Miles because once again, I prefer nearly each and every single one in Miles, and I was so I found it so distasteful. That old adage, you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. So instead of just having a shit talking Mezco post, I just didn't say a damn thing on Black Genghis. People want this Miles, they can have it. But the other OG shit, that's pretty cool.
Nice. Tony.
Yeah, man, that Silver Centurion is badass. That's one of my favorite iron suits there is. And looking at the Captain America from a Silver Age right here, that one looks really good in that pose. I'm like, whoa, I'm sure we've seen him before this, you know, this video, but oh my God, it looks great. And I'm skipping the Miles too. I mean, these are they're both looking really good, but you know, it's just not. I'm not collecting another line. I'm not collecting another line, man. But these look really, really good.
I've heard those words before, but usually they're from me, and I'm wrong every time. So, Bobby, I'm going to you for both Doc Ock and Nightwing. Quick thoughts.
Real quick, go back to Cap lightning round. I do like the way this Cap looks. Also, they gave Cap a bulge, so good job, Captain Rogers.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's America's cock.
That exactly. That's America's bulge,
Bobby.
That's America's bulge. Look,
Bobby and the bulge.
You know what? Game respect game.
Bobby and the bulge.
Okay, that Doc Ock looks all right, but again, like holding in the hand, I'm sure it's gonna look like bleh. The Nightwing, I dig the Nightwing, I really do. But the face looks like garbage.
What I'm saying is
Sorry,
like if that Nightwing was $50, I'd be like, let's go. But it's gonna be
Right.
112
100%.
plus tax and shipping.
100%.
Jesus.
Yep. Okay, cool. And then I got two more. We got Spec with we'll have to pull it this side. We got G.I. Joe Duke. So this is how angry I was at Mezco. I didn't take any pictures at the booth. I never once they didn't want to talk to me, they didn't want to sell me a cake. Even just talk to me. I don't care if you sell me a toy, just talk. They didn't want to talk to me. They didn't want to not just because it's me, they just don't want to talk to anybody. Ask anybody that went to Mezco booth that isn't associated
They're
with it.
convinced that the figures will sell themselves. I'm like,
That is pretty
They got
fucked
five
up.
people. They got five people sitting at the desk, and not one of those people are a PR person or anybody that wants to have a conversation with anybody from the media. They are just playing with their phones, looking down, angry. And I didn't. These are all pictures from. These are all from the Mezco Toys Act.
It's
Go
like,
ahead, sorry,
yeah,
KJ,
I
go
don't
ahead.
waste your time if you don't waste mine.
Yeah.
I don't get that. That's weird.
All right. Spec, Duke, and Indiana Jones.
I think they both look good for what they are. Duke, I've been kind of on the fence about. Like, will I get him? Will I not get him? I've gotten most of the other. I didn't get the V2 Snake Eyes, but I did get the Commando. I think I'm going to end up passing on this Duke because the Retro Duke does such a fantastic job. It just
100%.
Yep.
Indiana Jones, I was all in on the Indiana Jones adventure line, so I have all those. And the Hasbro face sculpt for Harrison Ford tops this one. I would love to maybe see this body and see what the Hasbro head looks like on it, if it would work or not work. But it's great for people that want them, not for me.
Here's the thing. Sure. Mezco's acting like they're the only game in town. You have the SHF Indie. You have What? There's another premium Indiana Jones figure out there. I'm drawing a blank, but no, Mafex. Mafex has an Indiana Jones. So it'd be one thing if like we can get Hasbro. Hasbro has that idol and that temple diorama. So it's like they're gonna have to make some changes. That they got the good stuff. They got the good stuff, but they've been too used to being ultra premium when that's not each and every single figure. Not everything's a home run, you know. Like there's other lines to collect. That's the thing.
I'm sticking with you, KJ. It's your turn, and we're going to talk about this one because I forgot to put it in the slide. So I think it's showing up, right? Cool.
Yeah. So I got mine from Big Bad Toy Store. So I can't wait for this. I still have, I love the Mezco accessories. I love the blast effects. This is tailor made for that. I got the Bratz car that Tony told me to get for $20. So I can have some soft goods gangsters hopping out that shit and Dick Tracy punching them in the face.
Yep.
Dick Tracy running from like squibs on brick wall and stuff like that. So like I love Dick Tracy. I love Rocketeer. If Mezco does a Rocketeer, I don't know, it'd be a toss-up because there's always the loose collector Rocketeer, like that kind of thing. Man, I'm missing Deadpool, Wolverine, and House of the Dragon for y'all. So y'all better appreciate this shit. Anyway. I got the Shadow. I got if they do a Phantom figure, I'll grab that fucking Phantom figure. I have the NECA Phantom, but if Mezco does a soft goods Phantom, it doesn't have to be the same Billy Zane print, but they'll probably do a print, right? Some shit I do want from Mezco. I want that, that Duke. They'll basically will turn that into a Doc Savage. It's only a matter of time, right? Cool. So the pulp stuff, Mezco does better. Mez loves the pulp era. He loves that, and it shows. Gangsters, adventurers, all that shit, right? So it is love and hate. It really is.
All right. So from hate to
real quick.
Hate. No. Oh, what's up?
I hate you. Now spread your legs. Like that's where we're
at. I hate you, but bend over.
Real quick. Pastor Pierogi made a good point here. There's a new Dick Tracy comic out right now, and it's really good.
It is.
It's really good. Who's it? It's actually by who's it by?
Is it Boom? Who is it? Dynamite?
Mad Cave. Okay. There we go. It is set in a very realistic 1950s LA, right after World War II.
Oh, so it's a fucked up Dick Tracy. Okay.
Prune, just a spoiler. Prune face. The reason why he's prune face is because he was siding with the Nazis and got a little too close to a flamethrower. There you go.
Okay. I'm sold. You sold me, Bobby.
There you go.
All right, guys. From hate to love, it was Jada Toys, and man, KJ, you love looking stuff up. How many people have watched this video at this point? I'm interested.
Oh, you're just gonna have me demand at the board? Hold on a second.
You on the boards, bro?
I got 3 screens in front of me too. Let me look too.
All right, show off. Mr. Numbers don't matter. Take a look.
What kind of movie?
Now you finally got people watching your shit, and now you won't shut up. All right,
finally. I know. I'm just curious.
7.6K.
Not Congratulations,
bad. I was hoping for 20K.
You're actually relevant. So good job.
I didn't think anybody would even watch it.
Bragging about numbers.
So we're no longer a G.I. Joe channel. We're a Jada Toys channel now. It's freaking amazing. But yeah, just cutting back to this. He's so cool and just laid back and chill and very what's the word? This when you just say things and you're not holding back in a good way.
Spontaneous and he's a very personable guy.
He's
candid. Yes, Spec. Thank you. He's a candid. Because he's running that shit. There's no like Hasbro corporate, Mattel corporate people that
there's
Disney
no
people
shit about him. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No. Well, the thing is, I think shout out to Capcom and the other licensees because they just let him run with it. They trust the design. They trust the process, and he's killing it. It was an awesome conversation. None of it was planned. I walked up to him and I'm like, all right, we're gonna do this, and it to me it was magic. You know, like
He's like, let's
Kate
go.
and I will talk about that interview, and it was rock solid. But this was like I had nothing. Like with Joe, that was prepped. This was nothing, and it was like wow. It just was. It was absolutely incredible, and we got to get him on the show. I want him to talk to everybody. And I know people were like, "Man, you kind of you didn't let him answer this and that," and it's like I was
Do
just
it, Zach, do it.
excited, and I was shooting B-roll while we were talking to him, and I'm like, you know what, we'll get him down, and we'll calm down, we'll let him break everything down. We promise we'll get June on. I think it went great, as the numbers say, and people are loving it. A lot of lovely comments too. So thanks everybody who checked it out. Now there's one toy line in Jada Toys I forgot to cover, so Spec and Bobby helped me out with this one. Scooby-Doo. And shout out to Toy Arc. We're using your photo. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't even see the mummy reveal.
Me neither. Oh yeah, I did.
Neither did I. Oh, it looks so good. So Ashley likes to watch Scooby-Doo sometimes before we go to bed, just to like put it on, and
That's cool.
this looks
Shit.
Some interesting
yeah.
foreplay, Bobby.
But like this, like that they look fantastic. They look just great. I absolutely adore this. I won't jump into it, but I also said about Street Fighter, and you know, look where I'm at now. So we'll see, but I might get that Shaggy.
Baldy in the house? Yes. Okay.
I saw it. I got super excited when they had the teaser pictures with Shaggy behind the bookcase. The ghoul looks fantastic. I mean, obviously he's an iconic Shaggy Scooby villain. I'm sure they'll have the unmasked head and maybe even like the pulled off rubber mask accessory for him. The chest cut on Shaggy kind of bugs the crap out of me.
Good point.
I agree.
And I may use that as an excuse to stay away from the line, but I also said no to Street Fighter, and now I'm buying Street Fighter. So we'll see.
No one enabled you from here, did they? No one enabled you.
None of you assholes. No.
You enabled this, man. You enabled this, damn you.
Oh, hold on, Tony. Hold
You're
on.
welcome. It's an awesome figure.
You enabled this, dude. As soon as I saw, you know, he's coming up pretty soon, but I'll be quiet and let it go. But oh my god, then it was Amazon and it was a day delivery. I'm like, yeah, we'll have it to you tomorrow. Oh hell yeah.
Oh, dude, but Zen's right. If Jada does dioramas, I'm down for that. They already kind of do that with the Fast and
I want
Furious.
to take them out, but then I don't. This box is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I saw one in the box. I love it looks great in the box.
It rocks. I'm like, I love this. That he's doing mascots. But anyway.
Oh, you were just talking about it. So Tony the Tiger, talk about Tony the Tiger, and then the Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Yes, that's my dude, man. I wanted to buy the Chester Cheetah, and then I saw it was a pre-order. That was the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, right? Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, doesn't Spec already have this? And then I looked up Amazon, and there was the one that was going to be delivered today. I'm like, cool, hell yeah! So got that because, man, if he's got the permission to do Tony the Tiger and these snack mascots and these
Rice Krispies
mascots, I'm in it. That's cool. No one's doing that, you know. And then yeah, the Keebler Elves. Doesn't he have Count Chocula and Blueberry, whatever the hell it is?
Yeah, Frankenberry.
Yeah, Frankenberry. Dude, those are awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like,
hey, watch, Fruit Brute will be an exclusive. Nobody even knows what that is.
Oh yeah, the Fruit Toucan Sam for Fruit Loops.
We need Toucan Sam. We need Trix the Rabbit. We need Dig 'em from Dig 'em. We need, what is it? The Cookie Monster, the dog, and the cook. Like we need all of that.
I get them. They already got me with Street Fighter, man. So hey, take my money, you damn Jada.
Cool. No, all right, let's get to the main event though. It's Street Fighter, and KJ, you said the one that got away. You didn't.
Oh.
I mean,
I'm broke. I'm broke, man.
Oh, because it didn't sell out, right? It didn't sell out.
Look, man, I wanted that shit
flex
so damn bad with the happy
mad
face.
Flex right there.
Have them fight my other Chun-Li that I have, like I dropped way too much on Super 7 shirts. I dropped way too much on Hot Wheels. I had to get Cobra Commander. Like, look, man, because I'm getting shit like this, I can't even like.
I got you, KJ.
I can't even like. So I got to be choosy. I can't
I
get
got
everything,
you.
man. You see what I'm saying? I get too much shit. But I still wanted that
That's
Chun-Li.
a flex. That's a
I
flex.
still wanted that Chun-Li,
and cheese.
I can't get
That's a
everything.
flex.
That's the thing. You got Sophie's choices, man. Pyrrhic victories.
Flex.
Pyrrhic victories. I wanted that Chun-Li. I wanted it.
Hey, you got a shout out.
And I told you, it was broke. And I told you, Bob. I told you.
You always do that to David.
And I gotta work for that. It's like, look, man, I can either get meals and get some drinks. Like, if I get this, like, I'm basically super water. Hey, girl, what's up? You buy you a drink. One water, the missus. No ice. I can't afford the ice. Ice is extra. Like, that's what that would have been like if I got that Chun-Li.
You go up and ask a girl, "What are you drinking?" I'm drinking.
You know what
man.
I'm saying,
Oh, can you
man?
get me one too?
Hey, girl, what's up with you, girl? Can I get you some napkins from this bar? Because that's all the fuck I can get you right now because I bought this Chun-Li instead. Like, that's where I'm at, man. I can't get everything. That's the thing.
Awesome.
So
Head sculpt,
here we go.
man.
Had to grab pink Chun-Li. She's my main. Can't wait for Akuma. Yeah, we'll talk about Akuma in a minute, and they all look good together. But yeah, you want to just talk about this exclusive, KJ, though, for a second?
Man. It's a look, the value. We all talk about the value with Jada. Look at these head sculpts. Look at the hands. Jada's making this a standard. They're setting a new standard, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, if you get like a Hasbro figure, we've gotten figures where we get like maybe one pair of hands and that's it. Or you get nothing at all, like with Star Wars or something like that. You get all the expressions. You can have them on your dioramas and whatnot. We need bloody portraits from Jada. Like, I got beat up and I lost portraits, but that's coming up later. But this is perfect. And even for the price, even with the exclusive, it would have been worth getting it. I should have got this, but I got other
It's
shit.
on pre-order still. It's still available. None of them sold,
No,
sold out.
I have shit to pay.
Careful.
I got bills, man.
Yeah,
I
Nabler
didn't know that it came with a happy face that fit on the original release.
That was a dope move.
That's a dick move. That's such a dick
move. It is. At least you could put the hands on the other one too.
God damn it.
Yep.
All right, Spec. I'm sticking with you. We can all talk about this though. Like, so there's just a close-up look at. So they said Blanca in the interview. I'm sure if you didn't watch the interview, check it out. But he did say Blanca would be out in spring. He's deluxe. Guile should be in the fall with Cammy and DJ, as you see here. And no one picked T-Hawk, but T-Hawk looks damn impressive, and he's massive. But you did pick Zangief, Spec.
I did pick Zangief. I just want to T-Hawk. I remember him from the game. I never really played him, but in that display, he looks humongous.
Right. Yeah, looks so good
and awesome. Yeah, I always liked Zangief, Blanca, and Guile. Those were my three top players when I played it. You know, he's a big Russian wrestler with scars from practicing on bears, if I remember correctly, and just a big beefy dude. You know, putting him in like a pile driver pose will just be freaking awesome.
Oh yeah, cool. All right, and then up next is E Honda and Balrog, and Tony and Bobby both picked E Honda, but Bobby, you can also talk about Balrog. But Tony, talk about Honda. I always call him Piston Honda. That from freaking Mike Tyson Punch Out, but it's E Honda.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, exactly. But no, this E Honda looks great. I'm like, they're great. No. He's awesome. I mean, the sculpt is sick. Look at that. That's my shirt. You gonna send it to me? I know you are.
That's dope. I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy.
And then and June said he's coming with his 1,000 hand slap. You know, his that his power he does. you know, the 1,000 hand
His-
slap he
yeah,
does in the game.
He kind of
He's
had
coming
to.
with.
Kind of had to.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! You know it's going to be on a stand. It's going to look great. The same
Yep.
way they did Chun-Li's little fast kicks. So I think, but a bunch of different hands with, you know, the flashing speed movements. I don't know. I'm just guessing, but that looks awesome. And the size comparison with Balrog and the rest, dude, hit it out of the park, dude. You rocked it.
I think E Honda, if we see that accessory, has figure of the year potential. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
man.
think just the way they designed it
Yeah,
and
good.
everything with the scope.
You said, yeah, I'm gonna have to make a diorama too for all these badass stuff. And we already got something with the next street scene, so
Yep.
some more extreme sets or something. But
Well,
yeah,
Extreme Sets is they pre-order them and they sell out. I wouldn't buy them until they came in stock, but they've been doing dioramas specifically for these.
oh yeah, nice. That Sagat back there looks badass. It's like
Yeah,
they all are,
Good for
they're
him.
all ultimate crazy cool, man. So
Cool. They're
Go ahead,
fantastic.
Bobby.
No, they're
do you think?
fantastic, and yeah, I think Tony kind of nailed it on the head. E Honda, you know, I'm glad they're bringing it with the 1,000 hand pimp slap as figure 6-pack set. It'd be like having Ryu without the Hadouken. It just is.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bobby.
mean,
Can I get 10 seconds for a community spotlight?
Sure.
Thanks. This will only take a quick second. I just want to give special attention to viewer Renegade Biker 24. He is 3D printing a classified scale Cobra Night Raven. It's a
jeez.
multiple part series. The dude's going in. So he's printing this entire thing out from start to finish. And you can check that out right now. Renegade Biker 24. He's a vet. Give him a subscribe. Wish him luck on his conquest. It looks like it's going to be amazing. I love the Night Raven. Let's see how it turns out. All right, back to you, Bobby.
Damn. Shit, that's insane. Yeah, look, that the Balrog looks amazing.
Balrog.
Like what I say.
Balrog, that's Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay, Balrog. My bad. Get my nerds mixed up.
Y'all are tough. Y'all are tough tonight.
It looks great. Man, Street Fighter. I mean, Jada is just killing it. They really are. They're not missing, and I think it looks. I think they're doing a great job.
We're past home runs. We're talking grand slams.
Yeah, this whole line.
All right. Speaking of grand slams, we got Akuma. I did my best to try to capture his face, and then of course I forgot to put the slide in here. But you watch the interview, freeze it, whatever. You might be able to see side of his face, but this is perfect. Evil Ryu, Violent Ken, and Akuma. And I know some people wanted more translucent. Some of the feedback was more translucent type, flames instead of just like red flames. So yeah, maybe that. But in person, they look a lot more translucent than the images that you see online.
Yes.
Can we just shout out that Jada, this line started a year ago or less than a year ago?
Yeah.
And we got all 19 original Street Fighter 2 version fighters. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like all of them.
Completed the team.
We have the final challengers. We have the OGs and the final challengers. It's an impressive thing, and
it makes it so much more wantable to start collecting. They have them all. Look, they have them all. Here they are, and here's how they look. Oh my God, it's a no-brainer.
So wait, I can go to Amazon right now, and I can still order Ryu. I can still order Fei Long. There's still 24, 25 bucks. Ken's 27.
Again.
You can get in still. You can get in and you can get all this stuff. It's
and the price point is right there. Yeah.
And they're still showing up at Target. I think the last time I saw there was one red Chun-Li, one Ken, one Fei Long. So those are the three that are currently hitting the aisle.
Man, fuck y'all. I'm gonna order this Player 2 Chun-Li.
I wanna comment on this comment. On the Akuma box, supposedly is a tease for Shenlong.
Nice.
I missed that when I was there, but I read that. So there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and somebody else
ace on the phone for Street Fighter Lexus.
Yeah.
How about a Ramen Toys meets Jada Toys?
I wouldn't be surprised if Jada doesn't do some sort of here's an accessory pack with heads and hands. Here's effects packs. Yeah. Here's a car that
you can demolish.
you know, who knows what they may or may not do, and I wouldn't put it past them, depending, you know, if they're popular and they're hearing what people want and they're just getting it out there.
Got a super chat.
All right.
Oh,
Who
thanks,
wants
One
this?
Punch.
Who wants to pull it
I'll
up?
read it. I'll read it if you put it up there. You might not realize this, but this is the first time that an entire Street Fighter 2 roster has been completed without loss of quality or design.
Soda
Thank you, One
Toys,
Punch Man,
SHF,
for the $5 super chat.
Storm Collectibles. Jada's the first one doing this.
Soda.
Hold on. So, okay. Let me go ahead and do another share screen real quick. You can go to Jada Next Level right now and get it. Once again, One Pouch Man, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Domo arigato.
So this is Jada Next Level that my friends enabled my black ass into buying this damn figure when I said I didn't have any damn money. You can get it right now. Orders start on the 25th.
She looks dope.
Right? So you can still get this. I can still get this. I thought I was safe because I was being strong and I skipped it on the floor. And they're like, no, you can
And
still
you
get
were
it.
there.
I'm like,
You were there.
well, fuck.
Maybe when you see what the shipping costs, you'll stay strong
Right.
again. It's like $10.
Now I'm used to paying import shipping.
They must
I'll get what you
defeat
pay
Shing
for.
Long to stand a chance.
Is the Violent Kin? Wow, you can still get Violent Kin too? I thought this was sold out.
It's so
Wow.
violent.
Man, I might get that shit too.
Oh, did you get some barrels?
Man. Anyway, go ahead.
Next.
All right. I
Next.
know we're a Jada Toys channel now. No, shout out to Toy Migos. They hold it down in the Jada Toys spectrum, but we'll be a
This is
close
how-
second.
This is how I stay broke. Fucking with these dudes, man. Fuck.
All right. So from Capcom to Marvel time, and we're gonna talk about some big boys. And KJ, you were at the panel for Marvel?
I was at the panel. I saw the Hulkbuster, all that stuff.
Thought I saw you. Yeah. Okay. I guess before I talk about that, how'd you feel about the panel in general?
I thought it was strong, man. Like everything from shout out to Bobby who hated the Outriders.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But yeah, just overall thoughts on the panel though.
I'm saying, man, it's like just really plugging in those holes, right? And like really getting no jokes, but really getting some strong picks out of the panel. Everything from Inhumans. My pick, the 2-pack Sentinels. You can troop build that shit. I have the arcade lineup. That's one of the first things I put on Black Ingus Instagram.
Yeah.
So I'm ready.
I don't mean specifically like characters because we're going through it. I just mean like the vibe of the panel, maybe the reaction or
It was good, man.
Like,
I felt like they had energy. I felt like they were proud of the product. What did you think? You didn't get that?
Yeah. Well, one thing is I was sitting right in front of this thing and I guessed wrongly. I thought they were going to do a Q&A. And usually when they do a Q&A and they have stuff on the table, the first person picks a figure, the second person picks a figure. I ran to the microphone. I had a question from Bobby. I had like several questions from Bobby. Bobby sent me like a list of questions because I was like, well, if I interview them, then now I have all my questions. So thank you, Bobby. But it didn't happen. So hopefully we can get them on the show. I did link up with Dwight and he's following a Toy Kind of Mood now on Instagram. So hopefully we can make that happen on a show, get some Marvel Legends. I know we talk about Joe's a lot, but Marvel is a big part of what we do here. It'd be nice to interact with the creators as well. But about this review real quick, it's a funny story. So I went up to the guy who got gifted this because I was at the microphone. Someone else grabbed Hulkbuster and I was like, hey man, I'd like to do a review of this because it'd be nice to get this out on the channel and I'll bring it back to you. And I gave him $20 to review it. And then I didn't realize that freaking Dan Who already reviewed it a month ago. And basically I was expecting a home run and it didn't hit, but it's starting to pick up, I think, from over the weekend and people meeting me and loving a Toy Kind of Mood, meeting KJ and everything. So, but do me a favor, guys, when you get a chance to check out that Hulkbuster review. I did in the hotel and I think it's a pretty good one. Don't do it. Don't watch it, KJ.
I'm teasing, man. Come on.
All right.
You got
All right,
8,000 dudes watching the Jada interview.
Do you have a movie to watch?
Loki hating.
All right. No, but look, forget it. Let's address the green and silver elephant in the room. This overshadowed anything that happened on the floor.
Hell yeah.
It was Iron Man as Dr. Doomsday, man.
Me and
Yeah.
Moody were at Hall H. You could feel the fucking sperm in your nuts vibrating. It was so loud in that hall.
Ugh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Bobby, I'm going to you.
Chat over this.
So I am
Bobby, I'm
definitely
going
covering this on Tuesday. Here's the thing. It's interesting. I think it's a bait and switch, but I will go into depth on Tuesday on GHG on this with KJ and JCX and my buddy Jason. But I will 100% get this Marvel Legend when it gets released, because why the fuck wouldn't I?
Well, I didn't get the exclusive Hulkbuster, but I did get the exclusive Tony Stark.
Oh, you bastard.
So,
Exclusive.
shout out to Kevin Feige, who handed this to me Saturday night at the Manchester
Name
Grand
dropping
Hyatt when we were having steak and lobster bisque. He handed this to me, and now I'm gonna get 8 million reviews on a hit. But no, I kid around. But the possibilities of what Secret Wars and this could be. Guys, I think this is going to be the revitalization of the MCU in the Marvel Legends line, because it died last year, right? It basically died, other than X-Men 97, but it's animated, but it's still part of the MCU, right? Other than that, the MCU Marvel Legends died. Then it was 98%, right? Focus on comics. But now with the stuff that we got, New World Order, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, right? The what is it called? Bobby, the subtitle, like initial first landing or something.
To what?
Steps.
Oh, I was trying to think which
You
movie.
were there. You don't remember, man? Come on.
My brain is moving.
You were there, bitch.
Someone play Zombie Nation. No, that's me right now. Anyway, guys, the possibilities. Are we gonna get great MCU freaking figures and Marvel Legends again now with all these movies? I mean, right? We are? No?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we'll get figures that we want. Like, look, I Black Panther 2 was a great movie, but the figures were meh. Multiverse of Madness, meh. I Fantastic Four, a Red Hulk, like a Harrison Ford Red Hulk, Downey Jr. Doctor Doom. Like, I think it'll be Avengers Endgame level figures.
Nice.
Yeah, I think when we see stuff like Eternals and it fails to the point where you can still find Eternals figures, like on Ross or Marshall's, whatever, nearly 5 years after the fact. I think it's a good movie. It connects with people. We saw that with the X-Men 97 effect. Try to find some of those X-Men 97 figures now, right? So it just depends. Like, people want quality and they want it to represent the caliber of what they were watching. You're not going to get rid of those Secret Invasion figures. You're not going to get rid of those Marvels. I love Monica Rambeau, and I think Monica Rambeau deserves better than the Marvels movie or how she was treated in one. And I like WandaVision, but it's like that could be anybody here besides Monica Rambeau. She didn't get her powers like that, so whatever. The point is, if they can just keep up that strength of world building, then people will want to reflect that in their toys. We saw it with the SHF final battle editions of Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America from Avengers Endgame. Those figures are fantastic. The battle damage and all that stuff, the effects and all that, right? So it just really depends. If they can keep making quality entertainment, then everything else will fall into place.
Cool. And there was MCU. The return of MCU, I think, it starts now, right here with Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, we got the legacy stuff. Again, X-Men 97 kind of has its own place, being like, it super appeals to comic people, right? So it's like almost not even MCU as far as figures, even though it technically is. But this is the return, I think. Tony, how you feeling about? You just saw the movie. You just came out of it. How you feeling about these action figures being the start of a return for MCU at Marvel Legends?
Well, especially with the movie backing these up. These are awesome. I don't do MCU movie figures. I'm strictly comic book, but there is a place for these, and I mean, I can make stuff out of them from as a customizer, yeah. But they look pretty
Nice.
damn good, man. The movie is so much damn fun. I just got out of it. It's a somebody was saying, I don't know if it was somebody here, it's a love letter to comic book fans. It's got all kinds of sweet kick-ass shit in it. I was amazed. It was a lot of fun, you know. But yeah, these look pretty. The Logan, I like the Logan one the best, you know, because it's something about the civvies. You can incorporate these into whatever you have in your shelf or in your collection. You know,
What I love about that Logan figure is they're selling it as Headpool with Logan.
Headpool with his accessory Logan.
Good. I didn't even notice that, bro. I didn't even good dude. Spec is keen on detail, man. You're the man when it comes to that. It says Headpool in large font. That's you.
Headpool with Marvel's Logan.
He's got that. He has that Kemop eye. That's what that is. He is.
Yo, you nailed it. That's so true. So true. Bobby, last question I'm going to ask about these MCU figures, but how you feeling? You're kind of our MCU guy on the channel. How you feeling about this?
It makes me feel confident in what's coming up. And after, because I saw Deadpool Wolverine Thursday night like 9:30, which was the earliest I could get one. I bought my tickets a month and a half ago.
Did you watch 3D or just regular?
Regular.
Don't do 3D.
I know. I mixed up. I thought I bought the regular one, and right when I showed him, you know, your phone, he scans it. He gave me the glasses. I'm like, fuck. But it was cool. It was cool. It didn't bother me at all. Usually it does, but unless it's like some crazy Jurassic Park stuff. But no, it was cool. Anyway,
so
go ahead, Bob.
I will say this: after watching Deadpool and KJ and Travis, after you watch the movie, you'll understand. We know we're getting cameos. If Marvel Legends does not capitalize on those cameos,
no spoilers in the chat. No spoilers in the chat.
No spoilers.
No, on the show or in the chat. Please.
Bobby, exactly.
No spoilers. But if they do not capitalize on those cameos, that is going to be a huge miss for Marvel.
Yes.
And I do not think Marvel will do that.
I agree with what's coming out. If they're gonna do these, the next wave, oh my gosh!
Hold on, I gotta give a shout out to everybody
that was
at San Diego Comic-Con. There were plenty of people who saw the movie, and down to a person, none of them spoiled that movie. I'd never seen any shit like that in my life. Literally hundreds of people, thousands of people who saw that movie, and they wanted all of us to go see that movie. None of us got spoiled at Comic-Con. That was awesome. So that's what I'm trying to see this shit
run
tonight.
to see that shit. Yes, run to see it.
Well,
yes.
KJ, a lot of people were saying things like this when they saw your picture next to little Tony. We're not talking about our Tony. He's taller than me. I'm talking about the great Tonino. But I gotta go to you, man. You're our resident big boy. How you feeling about Dragon Man?
Dragon Man looks dope, man. He has the wings I wish Nemesis Enforcer had. Nemesis Immortal. And I got love for the True Team. The base of Nemesis looks great. I'll replace the wings. But these are the wings a figure like that size should have. So I love it. I love diaphragm joint. I'm always there. The butterfly wings. I like the double jointed knees on this thing. It would have been real easy for the Legends team to make these single joint. Holler at me, Tony. Am I right?
No, that's perfectly well said, because this a big old ass figure like this with that articulation, they're going all out, and they should. It's about damn time. You know what I mean? So
you can do all sorts of poses with this, all sorts of pictures with the.
This was everybody's grail back in the day. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now I do know. Real quick, Trav. Real quick, go back to Dragon Man. I do know that Marvel is not doing HasLab this year, and
good call. Good call. I forgot to mention this. Go ahead.
So they're not doing a HasLab, which I think is actually a smart idea. But that Dragon Man will be their quote unquote HasLab of the year because it's so big. That's it.
Yep.
I think it
Yep.
looks
So
crazy. I think
they're
it looks
gonna
cool.
be they're gonna use a made to order model. You know, they're gonna be open for a
Yeah.
month or a week or whatever it is, and then you buy it. You know, whoever buys it, they'll make it. That's it. They don't have to worry about all the crowdfund tiers and peg warming, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
So it's a good business model, I think, for Pulse.
Holy crap! I
Moving
just saw
on.
what the figure 6-pack said. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Oh yeah, he had already mentioned that, and we put it up.
Okay.
I think. Oh wait,
I'm
hold on. This just in. Seth said
Yeah.
King. Oh, he plays King Cobra, the Serpent Society
Yep.
leader, before Sidewinder usurps his position. I don't know if
Yep.
that's
Wow.
fantasy booking or happening. Okay,
No,
it's
no, it
wrestling.
actually.
fantasy.
No,
Yep.
Seth Rollins is King Cobra. That was kind of announced a while
okay.
ago.
King
Nice.
Cobra and Giancarlo Esposito is Sidewinder. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. That Colossus is perfect, KJ says. But Spec, how you feeling about seeing the in-hand pictures of Odin, Venom Pool, and Colossus from Deadpool 2, right?
Yeah, that's Deadpool 2, I think.
Yep.
I think I mean, like, the Odin was impressive, and again, I'm aside from picking up an end here and there, I'm largely out of Marvel Legends, but like, that would be a badass Colossus to have in the collection.
I'm
And
cherry
that
picking
Odin,
myself. Yeah.
that Odin is phenomenal. The Venom Pool, he was a Bath before, right? Or
I think so.
Yes.
I don't know as much about that character in particular. I mean, obviously, aside from it being a mashup of like two popular characters, it looks cool. But the Odin and the Colossus look fantastic.
Awesome. Okay, and then next up, I'll go with you, Tony. How you feeling about seeing any of these picks?
These ones are awesome. I mean, the Giant Man looks great. If me, I cherry pick, so mine would be Jean Grey Phoenix most of all. Plus with the awesome Firebird base behind her, that'd be my jam. I already have a Kang. I mean that chair is awesome for whoever wants it, but it's not my thing. So I got my the Kang that was previously released, and everybody guessed right about that rifle. It was kind of
Right.
easy.
Right. Absolutely nailed that. We'll move on from that, and then
hold on, Travis. I'm gonna go back to that Kang real quick.
Yes,
Just
go ahead.
because that Kang was supposed to be a lead up for like Quantum Mania and Kang Dynasty and like all the plans for that big bad and building on the hype and anticipation of that
Absolutely.
character, right? And it wasn't just Jonathan Majors and the problems he had. Quantum Mania was a bad movie. Like, it was like one of the worst. And Disney lost a lot of money on it. It hurt the brand. They changed their big bad. Get what I'm saying? Like, quality matters. It always does. So shout out to anyone who hadn't gotten the other Kang figures. They did a reissue for the previous Kang figure because of hype and anticipation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a Jonathan Majors Kang sculpt from the Beltran brothers that's like useless now. Unless I want him like running from a white chick or something like that, right? So the point is like everything is connected, everything matters, quality matters.
Unreal. And Bobby just back in time for Crystal in this big boy.
Look, I love that Crystal and Lockjaw. I love that. Crystal looks great, and the fact that they're releasing Quicksilver as well. You kind of have to get them together. Exactly, like they have their kid together. I think. I like the sculpt. I like the sculpt on both of them. I like the fact that Lockjaw has a sweet look to him, to his face, because he's a big cuddly puppy.
How massive he is compared to.
He's the transporter, right? He transports them.
Yes,
he's the transporter for the Inhumans.
Right. Okay. Real quick, give a rundown of Inhumans members that they have already. They got Black Bolt. They got oh my gosh, Medusa. Karnak. They don't have Gorgon yet, do they?
They haven't released. I don't. Have they released Karnak?
Karnak is out. Karnak has been released, I think. I don't know
about
Gorgon.
It was part of the. It was part of the Totally Awesome Hulk wave.
Yeah, I was good. No, actually, I was going to KJ because sorry guys,
Go ahead.
I got to go to KJ because he was in the panel and someone shouted, was it Fix Karnak or Fix Gorgon? I couldn't.
Somebody, I don't know, man, but it's like you don't have to be rude at these dudes. They're working their ass off. It's not easy. Part of the reason why we don't have finished teams, like we need an Inhumans way, we need a new Warriors way, right? Part of these don't come from the decisions. Don't always come from Dwight and Ryan and Dan. They're not being like, haha, let's keep these teams separate for years. There's suits running this shit that don't give a damn about you completing a team.
Yeah. Now this is funny. A lockjaw for Road Pig.
Oh my god.
That's an interesting choice there. All right, cool. Let's move on to the next one. And it's Tony time. You got your Punisher. Punisher returning was the biggest news for me in this panel. I know to some it's ROM and all this other stuff, but Dragon Man, but getting Punisher was in limbo, right? With Disney. So here we are.
Yeah, I was in limbo because of whatever. And I think Mike K-Smith said something about it. And I'm like, I'm the opposite, bro. I've been waiting for this Jim Lee-esque Punisher for a long time. And they're making him more articulated. They're doing looks like they're doing something right. It looks like the butterfly joints to make him more articulated. And
this is the super articulated body from Renew Your Vows and awesome. Daredevil.
No, I think it's bigger. I think it's an even bigger. I think it might be like what do you call it? The Taskmaster's body, that bigger buck. You know what I mean? Because it's a big Punisher, and it's straight out of the pages of Punisher War Journal, Jim Lee. And I've been wanting a bushwhacker for a long time. That disgusting thing. That's what who's calling it that? The leader of the oh my god, I'm drawing a blank here. Not Dan, not Ryan, but
Dwight, the designer.
Dwight was saying Bushwhacker's disgusting. Well, yeah, because he morphs his arms and shit. I get what he was saying. His shit was so funny. But yeah, dude, that's straight Bushwhacker with a rat tail.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah,
real quick. Okay, so he morphs his hands into guns. So he's kind of like, do you remember the X Factor character Random?
Yes, he's kind of like Random. Yeah, he's a cyborg. Okay. Yeah, and exactly. Gotcha. His fingers, his arms, his different guns. I don't know where the hell he gets the ammo, but
you know where he gets it from.
I don't know if he eats them or what.
Bobby. Bushwhacker reminds me of Arseface from Preacher.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
The arm would be the face. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I don't want to know what comes out of that orifice.
Yes, you know what comes out of it.
Todd C. He's got a dick finger.
I will say that Punisher, is one of the best looking Punisher figures ever.
Yes, he is.
Ever.
And they did him right. The new head sculpt is awesome. Yep. I'm glad they gave him a different head sculpt. He's got the Jim Lee bandana on, and then he's got one without. And then I mean, it comes with good enough Marvel Legends weapons that I'm sure I already have, but oh my god, this is totally all black except for the skull, and that face sculpt is legit as hell. And
so
good. This is pure. This is pure 1991.
Yes, I swear to God, they're redoing all my Marvel Knights. You figure the Daredevil in the 3-pack with Bullseye and Elektra. They did the Renew Your Vows Spidey. They just did Iron Fist and Luke Cage. And now the Punisher, right up my alley. So if I'm cherry picking, this is right. This is getting picked by me.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, guys, moving on to the next one, and it's Bobby, your turn. You gotta. We're doing 2-packs now, right? That's what we're doing. Go ahead.
Bobby's favorite
2-pack. Fucking 2-packs. Look,
you picked it.
Well, it's because KJ picked my first one. I love
it. Happens. There's 6 of us.
Exactly. Right. It's like fantasy football when you only have so many people.
Right.
I love the way this Doom look. I mean, this Doctor Strange looks. I love the way this Wong looks. Like this is straight. Like when Marvel Legends does comic book accurate figures right, it's a fucking chef's kiss.
Yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
And this Wong is Kung Fu. You can use this.
That Wong is so cool, man.
That I love the Dormammu head. I popped for that in the panel.
The guy.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, this
All right.
and also I like the fact that they gave Doctor Strange new magic accoutrement.
Yeah, those look cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And then his regular face is different too. It's more like zombified than like the
Right.
regular
It's like
Doctor
Dormammu
Strange
was
face that we
taking
got with
over.
the yeah. Cool. All right. Another 2-pack. KJ. We're 2-packing. Tupac.
And you know I got love for
Some
anything
2-pack?
X-Men, especially when you go like old school. So, you know, allow me to toot my own horn, if I may. When I got back into collecting, a lot of it really did start with the Legends. So I actually had collected the entire lineup from the X-Men arcade. So that's why I gotta get this, because they made this 2-pack for me. They made those Sentinels so I can put my X-Men up against them, and it's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be glorious. So just like I'm trying to find like X-Men arcade screenshots that I can like recreate. So I'm trying to pull it up right now. But yeah, okay. Good, I found one. So let me go ahead and share.
All right,
screen.
Jason, see ya, man.
I will say bye to Jason. He's I got to hang out with him a lot. We hung out at the Paramount Lodge and in the
nice.
Hasbro Pulse line, and it was a great time. Dude, thanks for all the love on Facebook and everything with the photos, and I can't wait to hang out again. We'll have to have you on the show soon. You were great the last couple times you're on the show. So I think he's on GHG, right? Coming up.
Yeah,
He's
he'll be on
Geeks Have
Tuesday.
Game. Oh,
Nice,
great.
yeah.
So Jason the X, absolutely tremendous guy. He real funny as hell, knows all this stuff. He'll be on Geeks Have Game Tuesday with Black Genghis and Bobby.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So once again, like you can create, you know, some of your favorite panels and whatnot. We can probably get some more X-Men baddies as well, but the Sentinels are a great start. So like just seeing these, yeah, that's gonna be dope. Like, so bring all that on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know where
I
Tony
ordered-
went because he's next.
Oh,
But
I'm
yeah,
here.
go ahead, Bobby.
I'm just standing
I-
up.
I-
stretching.
I ordered
You had to let
two of those
we gotta
things.
make sure we don't destroy Tony's back because we can't stop
Yes.
talking. So.
All right, Bobby, you said you
got-
ordered 2 packs of the 2 packs, so you're gonna have 4. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause here's the thing, because I've got my original Toy Biz Build-A-Figure Sentinel, which is huge. I've got
Yes.
this 97 Sentinel. Putting these like with all my X-Men, because I've got a ton. I mean, it's just gonna be. So I'm gonna have to like build a diorama. I'm gonna have to just build a gigantic, like a gigantic battleground.
Sentinel Street. Okay.
Oh, buddy.
Hitting the streets.
Cool.
Big shout out to Unparalleled Universe, right?
Yes.
So I got to last year we met in a kind of a weird way where I was like, "Hey, bro, get Fabio for me," and he's like, "Huh?" And then, but this year I went to his booth, chopped it up, and shout out to him. We got the Odious. I bought this exclusive support Odious. You could check it out.
Oh, nice.
Unparalleled Universe. I think it's unparalleleduniverse.net. If not, just type Unparalleled Universe. But a lot of people are posing Odious. He got this exclusive, comes with the jumpsuit, the jail jumpsuit, and he actually has like a GI Odious coming out, like a military version. So
That's cool.
real excited for that. But I want to give him a shout out because I believe these stills are from his video. If not, you can correct me in the chat, say this was from someone else. But he was the first person to do like a story or a video on Instagram or reel, whatever, and capture this. And I think some of these stills are from there. And we got the brown suit Wolverine, Tony.
Yeah, baby.
Look at
That's
that
it.
smirk.
And he looks great, dude. He can either be, I don't know if he's in the main line or is from X-Men 97, but either or. I mean, I would love it if the brown was a little darker, but I'm who I am, so I can do what I want. I'll customize it if I need to, but it looks great the way it is. A lot of people were saying they didn't like the wings on the mask. I'm like, I see them that way in the comic and the cartoon, so it's pretty accurate to some artists, but It looks great to me. That's one I'm definitely picking that one up.
Hey, real quick, Trav, can you put me side by side with this figure?
Yes, I can.
Or this
Hell
piece real
no.
quick? Wait. There we go. All right. So here's, I will get this. Okay. So look, here is from my Wolverine from the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure wave, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Same. Yeah. Great figure. Now, this was the brown and gold from like, let's say 90 to today. The one here, this one, is that Secret Wars mid 80s. And if you had the old school, this one, shit, I have it right here.
I found it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look at, here you go. This one,
Yeah.
it's got that similar vibe to it. This is what they're going for. This is going for their like that 80s style look to it. And I love the fact that does and also has that smirk. That is Pride of the X-Men. That is
Yes, Pride of the X-Men.
Yes. And when you look, that Cyclops I have in the background right there, there's the wings too.
Yep.
That Cyclops is Toy Biz Cyclops.
Oh, my
The X Factor. So yeah.
Yes, that is your picture, Tony. We're stealing pictures from our own fellow members and slapping logos on it. Look, it says a toy kind of mood instead of Tony's figs. We're killing it.
It really looks like that, but the Toy Kind of Mood logo is in front of it.
I hope it doesn't get darker. I hope it stays that light brown.
It's nice.
I really do.
Can't go wrong with that one. That's
great assessment of a great surprise reveal. It's Sunday. Like I left and they shout out to all the homies who stayed and covered this. So for sure, let's move on to our. So Jada Toys didn't have. We talked a lot of worse with Mezco, and it was they're just the way they run things. But when it came to worst for Jada, we had none. But Bobby had a specific worst for Marvel Legends.
So here's why I picked those as my worst. Because yes, they are cool for the MCU for doing that diorama if you want to do the Infinity War Endgame battle. However, where is the rest of my goddamn teams? Where's Gen X? Where's Astonishing X-Men? Where's New Mutant? Like, finish a goddamn team first before you start giving us more, army builders. God damn it!
That's a lot of GDs. You got?
Damn it!
All right. Last thing we'll talk about for Marvel is this, and it's Death's Head, and somehow they gave me a broken one or a messed up one. Where? Yeah, like
it's
not
called karma, Travis.
Oh,
yeah,
burn!
that's what's up. But anyway, yeah, I'll have to call Pulse once they put these up for sale and hopefully get another one sent to me. But, but this is what do you guys think of this as an exclusive, though?
That's dope. I don't need them, so it could be an exclusive.
So
the packaging is dope with 92 cards.
That is something that this is a perfect example of an exclusive. But Tony said, does he need it? No, I can pass. I wanted this figure because of the packaging. That 91 Marvel superhero card collection is beautiful.
That's right. You're right.
Yeah. 92 is when they had the 92 is when you had the purplish like starry background.
They didn't have like a border. It just went all the way to the end. Yeah.
Exactly. That and like I was like a ton of like, ooh, we could get like Smart Hulk in that packaging or like Spider-Man in like that 92 packaging. Like you had such great iconic. I hate 2-packs, but I said we could get like a Skinny Steve and a Captain America in like that 92 2-pack, 92 card set. There's a lot that Marvel could do with that, but these are great exclusives because not everyone needs them. But if you want it, you can try and get it.
Cool. Well, look, there's 85 people watching, which is fantastic for a last minute stream. And I don't want to lose any of you. I sound like Emily right now. I only want to, we'll talk about this for 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We got G.I. Joe coming up, but we got to talk about that place from a galaxy far, far away. Look, I missed my first Hasbro Star Wars panel. I think since I've been going to Comic-Con, they've done it. But it's more, I mean, it was really nothing about the line. It was more about me just having to get shit done. KJ, you didn't pop into that panel, did you? The Star Wars Hasbro one?
No, I didn't catch the Star Wars one.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So anyway, but I did run into Eric. So he's one of these a Black Series designer, and I know he gets some flack because he's not a super guy on the thing, but he is a really nice guy, and we had a really nice chat. And man, if we can get him on, I think he would actually be a good guest because he's not like reading off a teleprompter for Disney. He could just talk to us like normal. Because when I had a conversation with him, I was like, he's cool, and I was like. And I just talked to him about that Super Battle Droid and Droidica because those were on our wish list for 10 years, right? Like since Black Series started. So super nice guy. They're killing it with the droids. So I definitely wanted to touch on that. And here's another droid. Two of you picked it. KJ and Tony.
It's a mech, bro. It's a Grogu mech. Look how
IG-12.
adorable this is.
Yep.
IG-12
I didn't
is
list this
baby
because
sitter.
Kate already picked it.
The reprogrammed IG-11. Hell yeah.
Just even the engineering solves. The hatch opens. You can put Grogu in it. Like look how much fun that is. And the little Babu Fricks. I forget like their name of the species, but it's just fun, man. Star Wars needs to be fun like this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, he asked. So I think Spec answered this. Yeah, $34. Spec said. So it is a deluxe, not a super deluxe, but you know, like a little, like a droid. I think Droidica was what 34 or 45.
34.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the Droidica price. So
Yeah.
there you go. And there's the box. It's a like should
Yeah,
have
if this
included
is-
another accessory, but yeah.
If this was $24.99, you wouldn't have a chance in getting this, right? That's just how it is. You know, I think at one point Grogu by itself from Black Series was like 10, 20 bucks, something stupid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Grogu's great, and I love Grogu, but Grogu's an accessory in the real world. So,
Yeah.
this is a droid with 3 accessories, but it's a mech droid. So, yeah, I'm still going to get this. Yeah, that's great. I'm just going to leave it in that pose.
That's fun.
Like,
I want
hello, my
to
baby
highlight.
pose. It's going to be great.
I want to highlight this comment. Hi, it's me. Is Eric the taller guy? Yes. And if so, his dad was designing or something at Kenner back in the day, and then he probably has good story talk. Yeah. So, man, maybe that'll be something good. You know, we did talk to Hasbro PR when we were at Comic-Con, and I could just say, hey, I ran into Eric, and I'd love to have him on the show. And if anybody else from Star Wars wants to hang on, it'd be cool to have different. We always interview Tony and Lenny, and those are the homies. But it'd be nice to have Marvel and Star Wars and some of these other brands popping up. So that's kind of something we want to do in the future. Okay, next one. Oh, I got another in booth photo right there. And then we got Ahsoka, and I don't even know who this is. Who's this character?
Something like that. Yeah.
What's her name? She's from Andor.
Andor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. All right, great.
He's Ramiro.
She's the power hungry.
Yes.
Imperial that's kind of like rising through the ranks to sort of become the big bad.
All right, cool.
And moving on.
We have these skibs that we have these old battle troopers. I wish Mike Case was here to kind of break all this down in the chat. I think we went to bed. But he's probably exhausted like we are. Yeah.
I went when this movie came out, I was in college, and I did the standing in line at Toys R Us at midnight to pick up some of the figures before ever seeing it. And the one thing I still have is the original Stap and Battle Droid, which I believe was an exclusive to Toys R Us, in that box like you see in the background. I still have that, and because of that, I'm kind of interested in picking this up.
Nice. Were you and you weren't interested, Spec, in picking this up?
No, I mean, it's cool with his little Sith mobility scooter and all, but at the time when this was announced, I had the 3-pack, the GameStop 3-pack on order, and so which I canceled. And if I find it in store, I'll grab it. Otherwise, I can not have it. But it wasn't worth the double dip on Darth Maul just to get the little mobility, the Sith speeder.
Yep. Copy. I think this is the thing that actually popped out to me. I want to see it's Star Wars. Vehicles in Star Wars are just as important as vehicles in G.I. Joe, right? It's Star Wars. So,
that's what part of what prompted my question that you asked Lenny, because it was like, you know, it's important in Star Wars too, but it didn't take off like it has with Joe.
Absolutely. Okay. And then this was your choice. It's the Imperial Armored Commando. It definitely pops on the shelf.
Yeah, I mean, it looks great. It pops. It's a very cool design. It's kind of like quasi prototype Boba Fett mixed with Mandalorian, more traditional Mandalorian mixed with Stormtrooper. I only did 2 pre-orders for Black Series, and it was that IG-11 in Grogu or IG-12 in Grogu, and this. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all.
Cool. Same. And then Bobby, I got you doing Basil and Vernestra.
I love Basil. He was a killer. If I see him in the store, I'm gonna pick him up. That Vernestra look, I didn't hate Acolyte. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I thought it was fun. And I definitely want to see more of her backstory. So she looks great. I like the soft goods, and yeah. Don't love it, don't hate. No, I don't hate it. I'm like, oh my god, but it looks good. Good face sculpt.
All right, that's our Star Wars. We don't have a panel to speak on. But I guess I can ask this. I forgot to ask. What would you give for a whiskey score for the Marvel Legends panel, KJ?
4 out of 5.
I agree. 4 out of 5. All right, cool. You know what it is? It's Joe time, baby. It's the moment you've been all waiting for.
I had a great segue with the Star Wars stuff. I just wanted to show that off a little bit. I got the Hot Wheels Naboo Starship. So.
Yeah, you did say that you had this in hand. My bad.
It's beautiful. So that's all. I thought you were gonna segue to it, but we can talk Joe's. I just want to show this off because it's sexy. All right, Joe.
Well, the second you started showing that, like 8 people got in the chat, so you're doing something right, KJ.
Hey.
All right, starting.
8 people
check
left.
It out. A Toy Kind of Mood had the exclusive review on G.I. Joe Classified, the Once a Man Cobra Commander, and man, it was a lot of fun to review, even in a hotel room, even though despite me forgetting both Roadblock and forgetting to review the mask that came with it. It fell when I popped open the box, and hotel rooms are dark as shit during the day, no matter what, but I did show it off in the Hulkbuster review, so I did cover my ass in the next one. So we got synergy between reviews there, but it was a lot of fun. And Spec got one, KJ got one, and soon Tony doesn't want one, and Bobby will get one because they'll be sitting on Pulse for a long time because everybody at Comic-Con was able to get one yesterday and today.
Steve got me one.
Oh yeah, that's right. You already got one.
Yep, Steve got me one.
Perfect.
Hey,
right.
Travis.
The other thing,
since we're just talking about that real quick, can I just share my screen for a second?
Yes.
Okay, hang on 1 second.
You should have said this I command.
This I command. There, boom. I was sitting on that.
That's a Pentor, damn you.
I know so, it is. He's
Serpentor.
I'm Cobra Commander.
I took this last night. I'll probably post it at some point. But yeah, man, it was a knockout of the park. And you pop off the Amazon exclusive Roadblock head and you put it on the original classified release and do a little photoshopping on the eyeballs, and you got a nice homage.
Blinded.
Yeah, I can't see, man.
You did a great job. That looks awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is great. You're going to the steakhouse, man. You gotta resist.
Nice. Hey KJ, show off that vinyl cover. I showed it in the review, but show off the front how it is.
The lenticular.
Lenticular. Yeah, cover. Lenticular.
Lenticular.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I was once a man. It's a home run.
No.
Great job. All right, let's move on. Anyway, you guys, if you haven't seen the review, check it out. And it looks like everybody had a review tonight, so that's great. But KJ and I were at the booth, and we had a fun time with our homes, Tony and Lenny. KJ, just talk about the interview. You got a lot of tall references once we showed the interview, but just talk about your experience.
Yeah, it's always a great time hanging out with Lenny and Tony, with Emily and whatnot. I just want to, can you solo me for a second?
Yeah,
I was able to get this print. I was able to get this print from the Hasbro Pulse team, and I was also able to get it signed by Sergeant Slaughter, by John Warden, who's been brand manager for Joe's since way back, Emily Bader, Lenny, and the artist Tom Whalen. I have to get this framed. This is like my centerpiece, my holy grail from Comic-Con.
That's awesome.
And I'll say is Yo Joe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, as far as the interview, it was all right, huh? Pretty good.
Yeah, it was okay.
It sounded good.
Yes, we had to make up. We had to make up for Joe Fest, and you know, you and KJ had suggestions, and we got great feedback on the audio for both the Jada and Joe interview, and that, you know, that's always the biggest fear, is doing things in a room full of 100,000 people, whatever it is, 20,000 people or whatever. So it was pretty outstanding, and those guys are fun. We hit them with some hard questions right off the rip, and they answered. You know what I mean? They never gave us a can't talk about this or nothing.
Yeah.
They answered everything. They did the thing. And shout out to Jen PR from Hasbro, gave us some time because we were a little late waiting on some equipment that KJ already had in his bag. That's just a
You
rip,
didn't
my friend.
ask. You didn't
I didn't ask. I didn't ask. Hashtag he didn't ask. So, but in 12 minutes, 13 minutes, it was dynamite, man. I had a great time doing it. And look, in this interview, we went pretty fairly deep in the Rattler. And I think hopefully on Wednesday, when we get Baldy in here, we'll go back to the Rattler. I don't think spending time on the Rattler right now when we have 10 minutes of it. But we will talk about what everybody wants to talk about. And that's, speaking of Baldy, is those damn amazing patches that we got. Thank you, Blitz. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
We don't need no patches.
I'm gonna go off
All
on
right.
this. So
Go ahead.
Here's what's up. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. Okay,
Here we go.
So these patches, this is what you give the fans as a bonus once it hits 18,000. I love that. I love that figure guy. No, that's Shaz the Guru, right? That was Shaz.
Yeah, he is. We'll get back to it.
But basically, you give us the gunner, comes with Walt Weasel, give us the gunner, give us the Pilot Baroness. Then when it gets to 18,000, just because so many people bought this Rattler and these figures, then we get the patches, right? So when it comes to those tiers where they're set up, it's not always up to Lenny or Emily or anyone else. It's the suits. So the suit says G.I. Joe's hot. People are buying these Rattlers, his tanks, Dragonflies, 270, 290, 300 a piece, 325, right? So how about this? Let's make Pilot Baroness the 18,000 lock. So if people want Pilot Baroness, then enough people have to order the Rattler if they want to get her. And we'll do the patches as a tier 1. That's what that smells like to me. I mean, I've talked extensively with Lenny, with Tony. It doesn't seem like this came from them. It doesn't seem like it came from Emily. They want their fans to be happy. You've seen an interview they were just on with Toy Kind of Mood earlier this year, right? So this is greed. That's why those patches are tier 1. That's why it's going to take 18,000 Rattlers to unlock Pilot Baroness. Because they know the Rattler is going to hit 19,000, 20,000. They know that, right? But if they keep playing games like this, it's less likely that the next HasLab will get to that point. That was a mistake. Patches as tier 1 was a mistake. Baroness locked under 18,000 is a mistake. And one of these days, the suits are going to learn that. and hopefully the Joe team won't pay the price. All right, I'm done.
Look, we have a lot of questions about or comments about the interview, and we'll get into Joe, but I just want to address these chats that we started before it's too late. So here's a question about the Once a Man. Is that Freddie Williams cover on Once a Man? He also did the art for Secret of the Ooze Shredder Throne Box.
I don't know. I do not know.
I don't know either. Cool.
With NECA or Gentle Giant or even Diamond Select, they credit who do the artwork, and Hasbro needs to do that because I don't know.
All right, we got a comment. I was watching Expendables. Terry Crews would have made a great, yeah, absolutely, 100,000%. Shout out to Adam Bradley Freeman who made me a Mezco version of G.I. Joe Classified with the Mezco green John Stewart head, and it's Terry Crews Roadblock. So absolutely there. Here we go. Speaking of completing a team, Zero Original 13. No, we're going to talk about the name onlys, but we got. Oh wait, isn't Rock and Roll OG 13?
Yeah, the retro. If once we get retro rock and roll, that's like the first OG 13 classified figure we'll get actually.
Yeah. So there you go. We did. Okay, cool. Be confident, Travis. Okay, cool. I was glad to see you jump right in with the patches. Yeah, I figured why not just go for it? Why, you know, we can. Great interview. Delivered the tough questions in a way they could answer well. Very skilled guys. Genghis killed it to balancing what could have been tense moments. Expert level. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Great interview. You guys did a good job. Thank you. And then A Toy Kind of Mood was the first in here wants a review. That I took a taxi to the hotel. I had to get that done. So here's the thing. So Once a Man is going up on the 5th. Now I heard that, and so I heard that from several people and several sources. I don't know, but I said more for a while. I was like typing probably. I heard it, and then I got so tired that I just put like 8-5. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, I can't answer the same long answer to everybody. I don't know. Chris Diagnostic 80 said I don't know why he heard August 5th, and he said it isn't. So
Tony Space is right. Long-time viewer. Thanks a lot, Tony. Thanks for joining the stream.
Yep. Good job. Thanks so much. Here we go. One more. I will always be disappointed with Hasbro. I might as well just say it because you want to. No October Guard yet. Okay, cool. You could get if you could get 6 Street Fighter toys or run your AC for 10 minutes. What are you gonna do, Genghis?
AC. We got the AC fixed right before I left.
That motherfucker.
We got the AC fixed right before I left for Comic-Con. So I'm only just now enjoying the AC. So yeah. So Tony, you're right. We got classified, Snake Eyes, Scarlet, and then retro rock and roll. So OG 13 is looking pretty good for classified.
Yeah, I think he meant the green shirts. Right. So John Jiang, the artist for Once a Man interview on Pulse. There you go. Okay, right. I should have known. Okay, great job there.
Can I offer? I have my counterpoint.
Yes.
So I'm not going to dispute anything KJ just said. He's right on quite a bit of it, but I think patches as a tier, I don't care. I don't think any of us really care, right? I'm not a patch person. I'm not a sticker person. Like if I get them, cool. They typically go in a drawer. But if you were to make patches as a final tier, no one's going to care about it. It's not going to help push anything over the line. No. I think that when these HasLabs are drawn up by the bean counters or the suits, or by the time they get their hands on them, they do the math and they sit there and say, hey, 18,000 is the number we would like to hit. This is what makes it financially viable for us. And so then they're going to build their tiers around that. And then as Lenny confirmed it in the interview, the choice of like how many figures we're getting or whatever factor into the base price. And they kept the base price at what I think is very affordable, especially when you look at like what the Cantina just went for.
Right. Oh, I agree with you on that. Yeah, for sure.
And then a lot of this dredges up the freaking Rancor, right? So when they started releasing the tiers for the Rancor, we all started saying, I'm out. Like a bag of bones, that's not worth it. A cardboard diorama, that's not worth it.
They had to pressure them into getting the Rancor keeper. They didn't even have it tooled up.
Right. And so then that led into the value of everybody saying, guys, you know, these are supposed to be the bonuses. you know, you're paying for the base. Like, is the base not good enough? And the answer, after we all saw the paint model and everything, was like, no, the Rancor doesn't have the value for what they want us to pay for it, tiers aside. I think that this Rattler, the value is built into it. Like the sculpting with Wild Weasel, the damaged visor that he comes with, the regular visor that he comes with, you know, the flight suit overlay, his accessories, the accessories for the Rattler, the bomb loadouts, the damaged panels, the lighting effects, and the alternate lighting effects where you can
There you
have
go. There's everything right there.
know,
Yep.
yeah, the stand is like everything.
I use there spec
price
for sure,
is like-
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, and so to me, I mean, you're never going to make 100% of the people happy 100% of the time. There's
So let me ask the group. Let me ask the group this then. Is it worth the hype, Tony?
The hype for, I mean,
Is it worth the
which-
hype of the Rattler? We finally saw it and all its fixings right here. Is it worth the hype? 325 for this. Forget the patches for a second. Is this worth the hype for you?
all that way, that stuff 325? I don't know. I'm a weird one to ask because I'm like, I'm
Right,
starting
that's
to
what I'm
like stay
asking
away
you.
from somebody. Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from these more big ass crazy HasLabs. I'm running out of space. I mean, I love it for people that want it and have the space and have the display room available for all that stuff. But I mean, if I did, oh hell yeah. But you know, 325 is getting up to be my car payment is like 370. So I'm like, this is like, I don't. But then again, I have the hiss. I'll probably get a Dragonfly, but I mean, it's just it's iffy. I mean, looking at this, who cares about the damn patches? This is sick. This is badass right here. You know what I mean? I mean,
Amazing, yeah.
if it's that much, I mean, and then it coming from a guy, I have 2 jobs, you know, I mean, so I can
Yeah,
swing
yeah,
it regardless. But for me, I'm just my his tank is collecting dust. You know, I mean, it's there for photos, it's there for display, it's there for, and that's what's gonna happen with all the rest of these. That's why I was asking about mid-level size vehicles. I do have room for some of those, like Skyhawk, the Cobra Claw coming out, you know, all the other stuff. But this big ass one that needed to be a HasLab is dope as hell. So I mean, you know, everybody crying about, you know, the patches. I don't like them shits either. You can make those yourself. But you know, like Lenny said, like it's there over their head. The suits have to do it.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
All right. So I
So,
gotta swing
No,
to
go for
Bobby
it, yeah.
now. He had his hand
I'm
up.
good. Yeah,
Bobby,
yeah.
go ahead. It's your show, Bob. What's up?
So listen, I see the HasLab as the San Diego exclusive. Like, you don't need to get in on it. Tony made a great point with this. I've got my hiss, it's still in the box. Like, I don't have any room for it right now. When my Dragonfly comes in, I'll keep it in the box until we move to a house. Then I can put it out and display it and blah, blah, blah. However, for this price point, like, the patches are for me, a non-discussion. Fuck the patches, right? You're getting this giant
Hashtag fuck the patches.
Exactly. You're getting this giant vehicle with 3 figures, with his entire loadout, and it's massive. From all the pictures I have seen, that thing is huge.
It's huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, I'm like looking at my shelves place. I'm like, where the like I could hang it from the ceiling.
I know, and you're
Sure.
gonna see the bottom of it. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Look
So
at
here's
all
the thing.
stuff that comes with it.
I mean, this and when you look at stuff like this, and I think that the mid-range vehicles is where like I might have to live for a while, because my
too.
Vam, beautiful. The Weasel, like, they look great. And granted, you get the bells and whistles, you get the lights flashing. It's the LED lights. It's amazing. For $350, yes, if you can swing it, if you've got the money, like if you're like Jermaine Dupri, money in a thing, yes, get it. Boom. I would 100% get this. But money and space, as we talked about before, are a big deal, and so I can't have Ashley yell at me for another thing. So I'm sure
Another thing you got to think about.
Smart man,
Oh.
smart man. So look, one more picture here from our friend Baldy Locks. It's all on the wording, so I fixed it for people. Fully funded, 9,000 backers, which happened. Early bird bonus, Cobra Airborne Squadron patches included for all backers if fully funded in the first week. So you don't even have to reach any certain number after 9,000. Just has to be, it's an early bird bonus, the patches were. And then tier 1 is the gunner, which we got in the comments, the backers, the Cobra Rattler gunner, and then obviously the Baroness that we see right on the screen with the gunner.
If
where's Wild Weasel in this?
he comes with it.
Okay, he's okay. All right.
He's the de facto. Thank you, War Chest.
Right.
Here's War Chest.
That's hilarious. Mail them back to Pawtucket.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I just was like what
God,
Baldy
thanks,
did
man.
with the wording. If that's what you have to put in your head to justify, I mean, the thing is, the patches, they don't matter. They're inconsequential to the overall thing. If you're gonna sit there and pick that out and use that to complain and bitch and piss and moan,
You didn't want it anyway.
go find
That's the
something.
thing. People like to complain and bitch.
They do.
It's
true.
The patches. There should have been another figure.
Why are we getting patches? No fucking
And that's the thing. What did they bitch about with the Dragonfly? I don't even remember. And then the Hiss tank.
Chips and salsa. Why do we have that on there?
Right. And the why do we have the retro thing as a tier with the Hiss tank? And why do we have that? Why do we guys back it? Don't back it. Just stop bitching.
Stop complaining. There's so many other things to get.
How old are you? Who raised you?
Cool. Well, look, we gotta lose KJ soon because he's got a movie to go to that Tony just saw. That I feel like I'm the only person who hasn't seen this movie.
And I'm gonna wear
I-
this just to be a little bitch.
I won a lottery at Comic-Con to see the panel and the movie, and there was a line that started at 6 a.m. And when I got halfway to the line, they capped it, even though I won.
Security
So I
fucked up because they were letting in people who didn't even have tickets, didn't have badges. There's plenty of people who didn't win the lottery and didn't have access, got to see that shit. And so people like Moody didn't get to see it. But like I said, karma.
All right.
Look, did you dirty, bro?
Moody.
Happens. And I'm wearing a Red Sox hat tonight, and they lost by the Yankees, so that's even worse. So check it out. We gotta lose you. We gotta lose you soon. We gotta lose you soon. But there's two things I want to talk with KJ about before we do that, and then we'll hit up some questions right here. Overkill exclusive ATKM. I had fun with that. I mean, it isn't 100% confirmed, but when you have the lead designer who has as much push and pull as Lenny, and then you have his co-assistant artist, sculptor and painter and everything, Tony, also saying these are figures we want. If it's them two, they both want it. Look, it's basically a confirmed name only at this point. It's Overkill, and this is the version of Overkill that they were talking about. And KJ, talk to me about.
Look,
Overkill.
man, you can get Overkill. You can get this crazy one. You can get the other Overkill. We're gonna get Target. We're gonna get Salvo. We're gonna get Scoop. We're getting everything. We're getting
Matt
all
Tracker.
this shit. We're gonna get IDW, Don Marino. We'll get Karak. We're gonna get all of this shit. Okay, Classified is here to stay. It's going to outlast Little American Hero at this point. It will be the longest lasting Joe line if they keep playing their cards right. Like, people had to learn how dope Metalhead. People didn't. I was like, oh, I gotta get a Metalhead. Like, you had a handful of people that wanted Metalhead until they did it right. Raptor has no fucking business looking as awesome as it does. With the wings folded over, he has a Falcon Tail General Ledger because he's an accountant. That's hilarious. Like, these guys, they know what they're doing. We had the dream team that we wanted. If they do a classified Overkill, it's going to look sick. Iceberg is going to look sick. All right, Hardball is going to look sick. And anything else you've been waiting on, when you get your hands on it, remember that KJ told you they were going to do that shit. Remember that. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Just stick with the line and trust the plan. Right. It's working. Yeah. All right, I love you guys, man. Right. I can't believe you had to sit on my ass after this long ass plane ride from San Diego.
All right, look, I got to get you out of here, and I got to get Bobby out of here. So I'm going to go right, and I'm going to. So Spec and Tony, hold the phone. I'm going to go to these two guys so they can cover their Joe stuff, and we can get them out of here. And then, oh, KJ bounced. Okay, all right. Oh no, he's still here. Oh wait, now it's Bobby. What is going on here?
Sorry.
You
You've
lost
been doing that
control
all
of the damn
show.
show.
I think it's hilarious.
We lost control of the damn show. All right, KJ, talk to us about the 60th anniversary at any speed you feel like.
They're a home run. Shout out to Airborne Customs who put in input on the Halo jumper. Shout out to the Redeco shooter with the ghillie suit. I remember all the shit that Valor was talking about his ghillie suit. That shit was a damn Swiffer. Shout out to Punk with Toys. This ghillie suit is next level. That's how you do soft goods. That's how you do paint camo on that head sculpt. Look at that. Look at the colors. Look at the deco. Look at that Airborne. I'm on the first episode of Terradrome on Black Genghis and Tony's Figs. I was going to do a Night Force Airborne. I still may, but even if I do, I'm going to use that portrait on it. I'm going to attempt to paint that myself. It looks amazing. Woo! It's Airborne. I still want it. That shooter, I still want it. So the 60th anniversary is going to be great. If they're smart, a lot of that OG-13 should just be 60th anniversary figs. Like that's what I'm waiting on. But shout out to Shooting the Galaxy, Matthew Cohen. That sniper disappears in the brush. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy, right? And I don't like doing a lot of shit talk, but I remember
what
Valaverse hyping up his own shit so fucking much, man. And it's like in the Joe team, they don't even have to do it. They just, here you go. And there it is. There's hype and then there's results. And the Joe team is about results all the way.
Yep. And these are booth images. Tony pulled the glass open, and I was able to capture these shots of these two. So fairly cool stuff that we got there. Pretty damn
shout out to Tony
awesome.
Colella, who does the faint paint. You know he's gonna go crazy with that hit and run. We already know that. Like,
oh yeah. Yep, not wrong about that. All right, KJ, I think we can let you biz ounce now.
All right, got love for y'all. Be safe. Take care.
Later, brother.
All right, KJ. Peace. All right, Bobby, it's your turn. Let me see if I can find your. Thanks for hanging out with us past 2 hours. We're clearing the deck. So as far as what we're gonna do, we're not exactly sure who's on the show or whatever. Schedules are up in the air for work, real life shit. But Wednesday, if we can, we'll do deeper dives into all the slides we saw, all the stuff we didn't cover in this Comic-Con show. We will cover on Wednesday. This is our last segment. It's G.I. Joe, but we'll pick up with G.I. Joe and go through anything we missed. We're exhausted. We're beat to shit. But Bobby, I got Raptor there in the middle for you.
Look, when they said they were doing Raptor, and you look at the old school Raptor, you're like, this is gonna be ridiculous and stupid. And then they kind of, you can tell that they reused Vulture from MCU with his wings, and I love it. I pre-ordered him as soon as I could. He looks dope as shit. And I know that characters with wings. Look, I love the Sam Wilson Captain America. I think figures with the several wings look great, and did a really good job of again classifying an otherwise ridiculous looking character. They're like, all right,
absolutely,
bingo.
This is dope. Like you got like the the tribal ink down his chest. Like this is very serious. Like this looks really good, and I'm really, granted this is like maybe like wishful thinking, but I'm really hoping to see this character in the G.I. Joe comic, because it'll look really, really, really good on page.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that wrapped up.
This was a figure I said in the interview. I was like, this might be my pick, and I would never put like in my anticipated Raptor was nowhere to be found at all. No, right. And then I see this, and I'm like, as much Jason Todd as he looks, I'm in it to win it, man.
Well, because like when they say like, oh, we're doing Raptor, and you see like his original look, I'm like, that is gonna be stupid, God. And then you're like, oh, wait a minute, like you know, Classified is gonna like, all right, take a dumb looking character, make him look badass, and that's what they do. Like they give us a Classified looking ridiculous character. Makes you go, oh, that's pretty badass.
They're
Okay.
doing a
Flying
great
a
job at
fountain.
taking crazy, like stilly, so stupid over the top, because this was very like when the Nerf invasion began, people were like,
Yeah.
we need the military Joes. We got the military Joes, and now they're kind of circling back around, but they're making the crazy stuff classified. They figured it out. It took a little bit, but they're nailing it.
Yeah, and here's the thing, that character is one of the reasons why I jumped into Classified. Like I no clue who Raptor was before I saw the name reveal. No idea. Never had him. I'm like, all right, I trust. Well, it's like, you know, in Lenny, Emily, Tony, we trust. Like, you know that they're gonna get us the best character that they can. Granted that Falcon was horrible. They finally fixed him. Not everyone bats 1,000. Nobody bets 1,000, and that Falcon was just god fucking awful. But the Raptor looks badass, and I cannot wait. And I can't wait to get him. And I think he comes out October. I think it's when Hasbro says he's being.
That's pretty soon, right?
Yeah.
So for a figure that was just revealed at the con. But Bobby, I know we gotta let you fly. Thanks for hanging out 15 minutes over your call time. But I appreciate it, man.
Yes.
And we look forward to seeing you, KJ, and Jason the X on Tuesday to talk about the pop culture side of Comic-Con on Tuesday.
Yes.
Cool, man.
For that, peace out, y'all.
See you,
All
brother.
right, Bobby.
Take care, man. See you
Later, brother.
Tuesday. All right. It's the final trio here.
When they were tree fitty.
All right, tree fitty. All right, back to Joe's. Let's answer some questions for. I got a lot of start stuff, and then we'll get back. We got a couple more of our picks that we got left, and we're gonna talk about the renders and the name only. So don't go anywhere. All right, we'll talk about Road Pig in a bit. So let's save that one. Here we go. John Battle. I don't know if some of these are old. I hope you're still with us. Fellas, are there any figures being made exclusively for Europe like the old day?
Not yet, and hopefully not ever.
That would be a bastard. Unless you're in Europe, right? So
I agree. Yeah, Joe.
Was a female Night Raven pilot in the works, or was that a proposed figure?
Oh.
That was the rumor. It was a rumored tier. The Raven, the character of Raven from the cartoon, was a rumored tier for the Rattler.
Yes.
Yeah, the pilot, Night Raven pilot, is female. Yeah. Somebody made
a follow-up was, won't they be able? Oh, what was that, Tony? Sorry.
Oh no, somebody. I just saw somebody made a badass custom of her, the Night Raven pilot, and it was a female Raven. I can't remember who did it, but I just saw it.
Nice. Won't they be able to add a newer figure in the last minute?
Unlikely. Maybe if the campaign is just like choking, but it's not at the moment. And we already hit the first tier. We've got 44 days left.
Yeah.
If they have your money, they're done. Okay, hey, we got them. We got them.
His tank did not have a late tier, I don't believe. We were all hoping that because it funded so fast, they would throw one in, and it was like, this is what you're getting.
Figure God, good night. Figure God's out.
DWH said, I also asked Classified Sky Striker in 2025. Lenny didn't say no. Of
That's
course.
going to be like a 4 foot long.
A huge ass.
Yeah.
Woo.
All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So going back here, here's a question that is relatable here, I think. It says, it's a comment. The colors for Starduster are a bit dull. Tony, what's your take on this? The camo isn't too great. Was looking forward to him. Raptor is killer, though. What do you think about with Delta 17? Steve?
I know it's Steve, so I'm like, I gotta watch what I say. I love Steve. Love you, brother. But I just remember I didn't have him when I was younger. There was a mail away, right? I remember him being kind of dull, but I get it when he wants the camo being more. You see how it stops? It's a patch and it stops patchy. It's real patchy, but yeah, I dig it. I'm fine with it. I could take it or leave it. Starduster. Once I saw him like this, I said, yeah, I'm getting him. just to have him, you know, and just to add him to the crew. So I'm all for it, but I know what he means.
Do you guys think that Stardust should have come in like that big cereal box? Or are you guys happy with like the little one? The little, like, kind of like the Sergeant Slaughter, like a little
I'm
figure.
good with him.
I mean, I'll get it either way, but I'm surprised because the exclusive packaging is usually a little more special. And for being a PulseCon exclusive, it looks like it's just coming out in standard packaging.
It's from what I heard, it's not the PulseCon exclusive anymore. It was supposed to be, and now it's not.
Oh.
It's coming out around PulseCon. It's like going to be available on pre-order around PulseCon, but it's no longer the exclusive. I think it's going to be Nemesis Enforcer.
Oh, okay. Then I rescind. I thought that I had read that this was the exclusive.
That's not confirmed. Renegade Biker, what's up, man? He says, I know he was talking to KJ a bit about his Raven. I called Hasbro customer service and told them that they should dump the patches, and the person on customer service, like he says, special, should told me that she was going to get the design team and let her know about it. Okay.
Of course.
I don't.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right, cool. I'll get back to some other questions that we got. Man, there's a lot going on here. All right, Road Pig, Tony, help me.
Road Pig. All right. I have a custom, but this is not what I expected. But to me, I wasn't let down. I hear a bunch of shit talking, like me and I expect, you know how they do, and I'm sure you do too, Travis. But I'm glad. I'm cool. I'm down with the way he is. It doesn't have to be like bodybuilder, majestic, you know, freaking chiseled everything. He's a big dude anyway. He's a big freaking dude. Yep. He's bigger than the rest of Dreadnoks. People don't like his head sculpt. Oh, all right. Find your own. If you don't want, pass them up. I'm working with this. I mean, I got an excuse. I'm a freaking customizer, but I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't like the little stars on his football on his shoulder pads, but so what? That's nothing. That's not a deal breaker. The pit bulls.
I think that's
awesome.
fun. It kind of adds like they're like high school pads or something.
Like what
you know
team
what I mean?
was he on? You know what I mean? Yeah.
They're Dreadnoks, and they're gonna make use of like shitty equipment they find in their like,
and they put someone's skull on there. They doctor their own crap up. He's got chaps that you would wear on a motorcycle. I thought at first it said Road Pig on his belly, but it actually says Dreadnoks, and I'm like, okay, that'll work. His tats.
And then
sweet.
Spec, what do you? Oh no,
ahead.
sorry. I was just gonna go to Spec on this question. Does anybody else wish the Road Pig head sculpt was more serious, less Shrek?
No, I love both of the head sculpts. The open mouth one with the missing tooth and this. I'm on IMDb right now. I'm trying to find the actor that I think it looks like. He was always like this bigger dude, and he always played kind of like a dumb jock kind of guy. If anybody remembers The Last Boy Scout, he's the dude in the jacuzzi that Damon Wayans breaks his nose with the football because he's trying to force that girl to go under the water. And he's just this character actor that showed up in the background in a lot of stuff in like the 90s. And his face sculpt, the nose and the mouth and the jaw kind of look like him.
Huh.
But I love, he's big, he's thick. I love that they kind of gave him a dad bod. I saw the shots from behind and they kind of, you know, accentuated like in the physiology, like where your love handles would be. I love the accessory. I almost want to buy two so that I can have one with that mask and the Warhammer and then one without. Like, this was such a freaking, they nailed it and then some, in my opinion. It's so fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. And I kind of like, now that I look at that face, see, it's weird. The package face looks different than the one they have, right?
Right.
And it's not the alternate face. It's supposed to be the same, but it looks like the guy on the left looks a more dumpy, and the guy on the right looks kind of like
I can see that. That could be the lighting. It could be a pre-production model. It could be so many different things.
Like he's got the little crossbow on his wrist, like he should have.
Yep.
And, you know, he even gave him. Lenny was right. I mean, you have a cinder block mallet. That thing's done in one hit. It's gonna crumble, you know. And they gave him a crazy, you know, a wild boar mallet hammer. wow, I didn't expect that. That was cool. That's, you know, he got creative with it, you know, and the helmet. It's pretty dope.
Mhm.
I didn't hear no one talk too much about. Is that a shield, like a riot shield, like
Yeah,
Shockwave
that's
had?
Yeah,
Shockwave's right shield.
shockwaves.
Okay, I probably never have that on him, but it's hey, it's something extra to put in there with the dog. And is that the muzzle
Yeah.
for the dog too? That little.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that's pretty badass.
And
I'm
then the
cool with it.
muzzle
I'm
should fit
down.
on him too, like to give him
Okay.
that like Mad Maxian kind of thing, you know.
Does it?
I think so. Look at the
That'd
size.
be
I mean,
freaking
maybe.
crazy. That'd be dope.
I
Like,
I
think it's
love that
more-
face mask. I love
Like
it.
like Mutt has his.
Yeah, I can't tell if the muzzle is for the dog or for him.
I think it's for the dog, but I don't know.
I love this comment because as a wrestling guy, it's giving a Mark Henry and world's strongest man, because a lot of those world's strongest man guys are not like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? They look like they got their ass kicked in like elementary school, and then they were like, I'm just gonna eat and power lift every day and then kick everyone's
Yeah.
ass. And they have that face of like someone who was probably like, like a nerd or something, but they're jacked,
Yeah,
they're massive.
big, chunky, Mad
They're tight.
Maxian to the max. And
Right.
Hi, it's me
right.
says, Tony, tell me if you think that's the same dog body as a junkyard. Dude, it might be. It might be with just a retooled head for the pit bull, and I'm not mad at it.
Tony Longo.
Yeah, I just found it. I was looking that up. Tony Long. I didn't realize he passed away, but yeah.
Oh
that's
shit! I was gonna say Andrew Bernarski. That would have been wrong.
Tony
Head
Longo.
sculpt looks a little cartoonish, but I'll reserve. Yeah, until we see like
Yeah.
reviews, we'll see what's up.
I've got
I
friends'
think-
faces that look cartoony.
For sure. It says, I think Lenny did a good job, but I'm also, yeah, you got friends' faces who are cartoony. That's funny. I think Lenny did a good job, but I'm also happy with the buck. I'm gonna make a custom fig on this. All it needs is a Bass Pro Shop trucker hat. That's fucking awesome.
That'd be badass.
That's freaking great.
There's
I'm
so
so
much that
sorry
you
I'm
can
behind the
do with it,
comments.
yeah.
What was that,
Hey.
Tony? Sorry.
No, there's so much you can do with it, and with different ways you put them up on your shelf with the rest of the dreadnoughts. Just give me more freaking dreadnoughts. Yeah, mini bikes.
Yeah, that's funny too.
Raucous, that's his name. Yeah, Raucous. That's right.
Trying to fight through this now. I've saved a few comments for the end. If they're not about what we're talking about on the screen, sometimes I save them for the end. So just because I don't talk about it right away doesn't mean I ignore it. I save some of the good stuff. Starduster 60th anniversary Halo jumper and the sniper are my favorite. We'll talk about favorite reveals once we're done. We're almost done. All right,
Yeah.
let's get to right here, the Twilight Guard and the Commander of the Steel Corps spec.
So I'm all in for the Twilight Guard. I love black and purple are my jam. I had
Oh,
a
yeah.
car, I had a 2010 Challenger back in the day that was fully customized, and I had it was black, and I had the purple CUDA strobe stripes down the side, the AAR, CUDA AAR. And so as soon as I saw the photos for this, I was just like, sold, I'm in.
Nice.
And then I started looking at it, and I didn't start piecing everything from what came from where, but it's not a straight Crimson Guard repaint. It's reusing legs from probably like, Cobra Trooper or
Range Viper.
maybe the Range Viper,
Maybe,
whatever.
I don't know.
But it's so, obviously these guys are like even more elite, and it's a brand new character, and it's a whole new, it's a frontline troop commander and devotee of the Order of the Serpent's Eye. So I didn't know if these were troop builders or one-off characters. It seems like maybe they're
Right.
one-off characters.
But the word guard, see, commander sounds like one guy, but but then again, he's got a cape. So I don't know if, I don't know if your army build it.
right.
What
And I
about the
love-
photography? I don't have it here, but do you guys remember? I have just this, but it looks like they were solo. I never saw like an army of these guys.
Yeah, they may not have had them at the same time, but they made it look like the Twilight Guard was a total badass. There's a shot with the Twilight Guard pointing his pistol, and you see kind of a hand like barely raised from the ledge of the roof, like he's just executing the guy. So I'm all in for this. I love the half cape. It's kind of
soft goods and classified. We don't get
It's
too much of
almost
that.
grenadierish or like gold-headed Destro-ish.
Right.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then, but then the funny thing is that it is packaged with my least excited figure. I think that it looks cool. The Steel Core Commander. I like the colors. But out of all the Joes, and I have anything that's been an army builder, I've gotten at least 6 of. And I
Nice.
did not army build the Steel Core at all because the figure, the bulkiness, the placement of that knife on the chest, and the way it just like it's
It's
a
kind of
wonky.
funky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wonky to me.
Yeah.
But I'll get one for the collection, and then hopefully I can get like 2 Twilight Guards.
Look, we have an exclusive. K-Wish, who did Geeks Have Game debut show the other night, says, I asked Emily at Comic-Con, she said, order, Law and Order will come with a good boy head. So there you go.
Better.
Appreciate that. Giving us some insight there. That's nice. Cool. All right. I think we're done with the figures for now. Let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. Yeah. We got to go to name only, not name only, the renders I got here.
Render reveals.
I can hit those up, and then I think I got to bounce.
Well, we're pretty much done. Actually, I got what it is. I missed. I put the stuff in the wrong place. We didn't talk about the name only reveals.
Right.
Tony, I'll let you talk about rock and roll.
Like rock and roll, I don't know how. I mean, he's gonna be this is gonna be the retro OG-13 rock and roll. Just make him. I mean, I guess they're gonna make it more plainer. I mean, than the one we got originally with the tan Under Armour type shirt. So I guess they'll just maybe a repaint. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna redo retooling on a an OG-13 like rock and roll, but you never know. And
it probably is to set up some tooling for other figures, because that rock and roll we have, like you said, is nothing like this.
Heavy Duty could be cool. That's an insanely crazy, silly weapon he's got right there. But
it's going to be deluxe for sure. Deluxe.
Yeah, he's got to be deluxe. He's even got an optic on him and everything. I'm eager to see what they do with Heavy Duty. And oh man, it's no brainer for the Viper. Just an OG retro Cobra Viper. That was my favorite army builder back then. So, and that weapon was always. I love that rifle he had.
Awesome. And then Spec, what do you think of getting a retro Viper too?
Retro Viper would be cool. I'll probably pick up 2. Heavy Duty, I'll be curious to see what they do with them to kind of update and classify that big silly weapon. I remember everybody loved him when he first came out. And then rock and roll, the one that we got, I'm super duper happy with. I'll obviously pick this one up just to have it, but I think that they're gonna go with kind of like the Stalker Buck and maybe redo the arms so that the sleeves can be rolled up or whatever. But this is a skinnier rock and roll,
like Rakondo or something.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. And then up next we got more. I'll go back to Tony. We got our friend Kirk Bazigian there.
Kirk Bazigian, he liked my custom a lot. I love repeating that all the time. But no, I made this a long time ago, and I can't wait. I know. Fixer Chris Johnson, friend of the channel, homie. He was an MP2. I know Bobby B would love Law and Order from B's Battlegrounds. I can't wait. Order looks awesome. He better have a good boy head and as well as a bad boy head. And there he's got a spike collar. I can't wait for him. I've been waiting for him for a long time. That's why I made one. And Mindbender, I'm curious to see what they're gonna do, because the Mindbender we had is basically that's the end all be all Mindbender, except I did not like the soft goods cape. I got rid of it, or I just put it away and just gave him like a Marvel Legends, trench coat with no sleeves, and it worked. But I want to see if they upgrade it, update it, and we'll see. I mean, more purple. I don't know what else they can do here. Show me something.
Yeah, we'll capitalizing on that. Spec, just really quick thoughts. We got to get out of here. So quick thoughts on Mindbender and Law and Order.
Law and Order, favorite. Loved him as a kid. Can't wait to get him. and then and see what they do to classify them up, and then obviously Order is going to be a knockout of the
Oh
park.
yeah, so let's clear that up. Actually, Law and Order is going to be a classified figure, not a retro. Even though
Right,
it
he's gonna be
shows this.
classified. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Everyone else is retro that we've shown, I believe, right? So we got I think these are all no, Heavy Duty is
Heavy Duty
classified.
wasn't a retro.
No.
Right. So Rock and Roll, Viper is obviously retro, and Mindbender. Those are the three retro in the wave, and then Law and Order and Heavy Duty are classified.
Yeah.
And yes,
then, I was going to say exactly what Tony was going to say about Mindbender. Like what we got was retro, so I don't know. I'm curious to see what they do.
Right.
Cool. All right. And I think I want to just ask you guys. Oh wait, we didn't go over the renders. Okay.
Oh yeah.
More. Oh,
don't forget those.
I got to go to you, Tony, because you put this as one of your faves. But look at this funny ass thing that we got from Figure God.
Oh, so much Figure God. The disrespect is real.
He's in here.
But it's funny. It's funny. You know, that's silly, but that's he was supposed to be modeled after Ron Rudat. Leatherneck is one of my favorite Joes back then. You know, there's another Marine to go with Gung Ho, and they hooked him up really nice. I mean, he looks like I expected him to look, man. They did him really, really well. The mustache is there. His cover, his cap looks awesome. Looks like some, I don't know, it looks like maybe airborne legs, you know, and looks like some other reuses. I'm not mad at it. It looks really good. I'm loving their version of the M16 M203. I always loved Leatherneck's rifle the best. It's my favorite weapon. I just got another one from Mark from Gridiron. So oh my goodness, it's pretty badass. I love that they gave him fists. That's awesome. You know, give some hands in there. And they gave him shades. They gave him glasses, shooting glasses.
They did.
Yeah, that is cool.
But what about this question from not Rachel?
Leatherneck, not Rachel. Is Leatherneck's gun a new piece? I'm pretty sure the rifle is new, but the pistol is reused.
And this is Lenny's face. I've seen this multiple times today. It's nothing like Road Pig. He doesn't look like Road Pig, but he looks like this. Looks like Lenny. This does when he shaves his beard. Remember that time he did the fan stream with just a mustache?
Yeah. He did it on purpose, big time. Yeah.
So he looked like that.
Yeah, exactly. Toy Brown Hunter. Yep. I'm loving it. You know,
203 does look pretty good.
Luigi looks awesome.
And then we actually have a comment first before you guys talk. It says, calling it now, Toy Bounty Hunter. Since the claw comes with a female pilot, the Fang will come with a male version of the pilot.
That's cool.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I think Sweeney was saying that you know, the pilots for some of these mid-sized vehicles are what do you say? A chance to get the female drivers, stick them with the, you know, one of these vehicles. But that would be awesome. The Fang come in with, I would, come with a male. We got this.
And do we have that, Tony? Do we have that like that blaster there on the bottom right?
The bottom right? I'm not sure because that's a shotgun. No, and that's a drum. That's a drum magazine there. You turn it around, it's a big round one.
We got a version of it with the Hiss Tank Range Viper.
Oh, I think that's right. The one of the figures that came with the Hiss.
Yeah,
I think
I just blanked on the name. Whatever it is, the 787 or the
Super Shotgun.
I'm digging the claw. The modern era claw was a piece.
The
of
claw
shit.
is Chef's kiss. That's awesome.
I always
loved bigger than I thought it would. It's cool.
Yeah, it's big. It's gonna be bigger than the Mark II design one.
Oh yeah.
I'm stoked for this. I never had it as a kid, but I always loved the idea of it. And this just looks fantastic. And the pilot looks awesome. It'll be hard to not get two.
Yeah, I fell in love with this right after, you know, G.I. Joe number 21, when, you know, Storm Shadow was flying it with one hand and holding Scarlet in the other. Damn, that was a badass thing.
His gunner shoddy.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Cool.
I think you're right.
Right. I think we saw this, and then here's another look, just from a
Very
different
cool.
angle, and all the head sculpts that come with the
Very nice.
pilot there. And then Zartan is our last one. So I'll let
Xandar.
Spec go, and then Tony. Go ahead, Spec. Zartan.
Xandar.
I mean, not
Xandar.
Zartan. Xandar. Sorry, I'm getting. I slept 10 hours in the last 3 days.
I know it.
Xandar.
I dig it. I like how they talked about tying it together. So
Yes.
his scarf is kind of the same color pink that from Zorana's jacket.
Mhm.
The updated look is nice, the longer hair, but he retains that same feel. I'm curious because they said that there were appliques underneath the vest.
I think so. Tattoos.
So yeah, so I'm curious what that's all about, what it's going to look like. But I mean, it looks solid. It's Xandar. Like we're starting to finish out those dreadnoughts like little by little.
Yeah. And here's another guys like Raptor, where I'm like, Xandar never really did anything for me. And then when I saw this render, I was blown away. Like Raptor and Xandar were my 2 home runs for the panel for figures. And if you asked me if that, and before the panel, I would have laughed in your face. If you were like, hey, if you were like, Raptor and Xandar are going to kick ass or be the best, I would laugh. And then here I am sitting in the panel, and I'm like, I need these both now. They are like 1 and 2 unanticipated now, out of nowhere. I didn't even have them as an honorable mention in the video, and now I'm like, I need these badly. Cool. That's Xandar. All right. Tony, did you talk about?
No, dude, I'm digging it. I liked how they classified him up. He doesn't have a bare chest with the what did not Rachel say? Put Ricondo's shoulder holster on him. that would rock if he had the little David Bowie tattoos on his chest. But the plate carrier looks dope. You could put he's got the pistol that goes in its holster on it. That rocks. That's a sweet touch. Because you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you have him bare chested? This isn't 3 3/4 inch anymore. This is the big boys, and his shoulder armor, his pauldrons look pretty rad. He's got some chains on him. I'm glad he came with the harpoon rifle that he had, in the comic book. The dagger suite looks like in the backpack he's got more bolts that can more spears or more harpoons for that thing. A crazy scythe or like a stick knife he's got. It's like, damn, he's pretty
looking like a lead singer of Judas Priest or something, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
just glam rock, but
yeah.
Unreal. He does have the paint on his chest. One of them mentioned in the interview. Yeah, that's what Spec was saying in the breakdown.
Yeah, hopefully it's removed. Maybe it's removable. Maybe you have to do it yourself. I don't know. But why would they bother putting tempo, deco on his chest if you can't take the thing off, easily?
Mm-hmm. And I see that Spec has to go. We all have to go. So we're gonna leave in 1 minute. So if you told me 5 years ago, back in '82, it's okay, your parents were poor and you couldn't buy any of these in 40+ year. Yeah, this is how I feel. Because when I was a kid, my mom would buy me like one every couple of weeks. One. I know people that went to the store and their parents bought them all and all the vehicles. I got one, and then I get a couple of vehicles. But I had a happy childhood. But yeah, the fact that we can just buy these at will is freaking incredible. And then this is important. Renegade Biker 24. Hope you're still with us for this answer. I'm curious why they are combining Action Force G.I. Joe. So you're talking about Quarrel. Also, there was no female snipers in the old G.I. Joe. I think the designers were thinking of the game at Kiss of Death. Ooh, okay, nice. But check it out. When it comes to the Action Force and G.I. Joe Red Shadows, before our interview, I was talking to Lenny about it, and he's like, let's put that on pause. So we couldn't really, because I told him before we did the interview, I said, I don't want to ask any questions where you can't talk about it. Let's have fun. And then, so I brought up a couple things, and that was one of the things that they can't address right now, but I have a feeling they will someday, because there's a lot of like Action Force, Red Shadows things floating around that companies are, kind of using as inspiration. So it's gonna get real interesting next year as far as like the British Action Force invasion of GI Joe. We'll have to see how that goes right now. But I think that's it, guys. I think we had a hell of a show. Did you guys watch the panel of like streamed or anything? I know it kind of like messed up on our end. I apologize for that. I didn't record it, but I'll still apologize for Toy Kind of Mood for our stream. I guess the problem is we didn't know if security was going to shut it down. So I think when you're trying to hide things like this,
Oh
you're not
yeah.
going to get the best quality audio. Like, and I think that's what was happening. And shout out to Articulated Points. They did a great job watching the stream. So if you want to watch the stream, you could check out ours, maybe for the chat, whatever, but they had a nice quality stream. Philip Donnelly's a great guy. I sat with him in the panel actually, and then hung out with him. And actually we showed these off. Yeah, so we were gifted this in the Energon universe. I think Energon is something we'll talk about on Wednesday. And that's it. What else you guys got for me before we get out of here?
That's it, brother. I'm good.
And they so much stuff just thrown at everybody for the
I
past.
know, man.
How do you guys feel about what G.I. Joe Classified Hasbro showed with G.I. Joe Classified at Comic-Con? You know, how you feeling about it?
It's
Good,
not
man.
doing it, David.
What was that?
No, David's trying to get his MacBook to work or
So
whatever.
I was
Yeah,
sitting.
was that?
No, hold on. I don't know if this is right, unless something happened to his stream, because I was sitting next to Philip, and a security guy came by and just said, "Hey, can you lower your tripod so people can see?" As far as I know, I was watching, and we actually had a lot more viewers watching ours. It was like 130, but the quality was not good. And then they turned it off and watched either MCU Collectors, I haven't checked out that quality, or someone else, or Articulated Points. But as far as I know, Phil had to make adjustments, but I don't think he got shut down. I think I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Whatever. By now, it doesn't matter. But I think they did a good job. I don't think it was like a 5 out of 5 panel, because I think the Rattler we knew it was coming, right? And then the video hit before the panel. So there was a lot of leaks that kind of, imagine if just the Rattler was a complete surprise. We're talking about like a 10 out of 5 panel, but leaks kind of, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish the leaks would stop.
Yeah, but it's also part of what we do. We talk about leaks and people watch us talk about leaks. So it kind of is what it is. But all right, that's it for Comic-Con. We were supposed to do a 2-hour show, almost 3 hours as usual for KJ, Bobby, Baldy Locks. We'll see you Wednesday. Check out Geeks Have Game, Black Genghis. Check out Tony's Figs. Check out Toy Optics on Instagram, and all the coverage that we have so far is going to be a lot more like reviews and stuff like that. But we'll see you on Wednesday. Okay, guys. For Trav Moody, I'm out. Peace.
Peace out.
Oh, I never find this thing. It's horrible. I'm
And
so tired. I don't know how to click.
And we're still here.
We still